All right, check. 1 2 1 2. Wow, that's loud. Oh, that's why it's loud. All right, Mr. Jim, if you have to cough, you're in one right here. Just push both of those.
Now,
These two right here at the bottom, if you have to cough or
push
have
them
to
back down, both.
Yeah, where they're like that. And then I'm going to open this up so we can have just a little bit of Nat
Yeah.
sound.
Test 1 2 1 2
1
1
2
2.
1 2. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, I'm going to kill our sound.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the Davis Ford pregame show. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram here, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff. We do want to say a special hello to those listening on ESPN 95.1 The Fan, as well as watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel. As I mentioned, we're up at top with Mr. Jim Ingram, the Foundation Director at Itawamba Community College, and Mr. Jim, ICC, getting set to take on number 18 Holmes that runs that tough triple option. Just your thoughts on the game coming in tonight.
Adam, glad to be here tonight. A beautiful night for football. Still hot here, October 4th.
Yes.
But as the sun goes down, it'll be great weather. Glad to be here in Goodman tonight. Going to be a challenge. We know Holmes has a good football team. I believe they got the same record we do in the division, so this is a very pivotal game. Had a great win last week against Northeast. We got to forget about it, put it in the back window, and get ready for tonight's game on the road against a very good opponent.
Absolutely. If either one of these teams want to keep their playoff hopes alive, it does have to go with a win tonight. Of course, ICC has a loss to East Mississippi. Holmes has a loss to Northwest, so obviously a loss tonight doesn't necessarily knock you out of the playoffs, just makes it very difficult to find in that back door.
No doubt about it. It's a big, pivotal game for both teams, and I believe Sean Cannon will have the team ready tonight. Looking forward to an exciting ball game tonight here in Goodman.
Absolutely. We're going to take another break and hear a few words from our sponsors and then talk with Coach Sean Cannon about the matchup tonight between ICC and Holmes. Lee Adams had a chance to catch up with him earlier in the week. Back with more right after this on the Davis Ford pregame show.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawama County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal? That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. We're here with Coach Sean Cannon. Coach, exciting come from behind victory last week. Let's talk a little bit about that victory before we move on to Holmes.
Yeah, it was good. Started out good. Winning halftime with the lead, and just they give Northeast credit. A really good football team. I said that all week about them. Good defense, and they come out and made some plays and. Got back in the ball game, but our kids just found a way to make some plays in the fourth quarter, and then special teams was really good for us. Probably the only thing we were better than them at was blocking kicks, and but that's 1/3 of the game, and but exciting way to win a game and be able to move our record up, moving forward.
All right, another North Division game, of course, this week, going to Holmes on the road. Of course, everybody knows they run triple option. Just talk a little bit about the challenges that their offense presents for our defense.
Yeah, good football team, ranked in the top 20, and they've had some good battles. Beat Jones during the year, beat Colin, beat some really good football teams, and always tough place to play. You got to go down there to their venue down there, and their offense is an eliminator. It's going to eliminate a lot of things you can do on defense and make you be disciplined and take the dive and quarterback and all that, and so it's really important for us to go down there and be able to weather the storm early, just because they're going to be a lot faster at running it than what we were this weekend scout team, and let our kids get a feel for what it's going to be, and they'll be ready to play. They after last year's ball game homecoming over here, they'll be ready to play us, and so we got to get strapped up and get ready for a 4-quarter ball game.
Okay, talk about offensively. What what we schemed a little bit, what their defense looked like, what we planning to do this
week? A lot
week?
of blitz. You know, they're pretty much a blitz team every snap, and they bring it from inside, outside, you know, and so we've got to protect, you know, and we've got to be able to block them and throw the football, and then when it's time to run, we got to run it on them. You know, hopefully they'll get out of gaps and stuff, but you know, a lot of different looks from them, 3-man front base, but they, you know, blitz your inside linebackers a lot, edge guys come, and you know, so we got to be able to, you know, to hit some big plays on them. And very important to score every time we try to get to football, just because what they do offensively, they're going to try to play keep away a lot, and so time possession not going to be real big for our offense. We got to take advantage of being able to score, you know, when we get to football.
Okay, well, let's talk about the keys to victories tonight. You've already touched on them a little bit, but keys to victory, of course, always brought to you by Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. So, Coach, what are your 3 keys to victory tonight over Holmes?
You know, got to win the turnover battle. That's one thing we did last year. You know, we had three basically for scores last year. You know, 2 interceptions and a fumble return there, and that's going to be key for us. You know, try to force them to put the ball on the ground. We got to keep the ball in our hands. You know, scoring early on offense to hopefully give a little bit of pressure back to Holmes. You know, hopefully try to play catch-up mode, and then you can't, you know, defensively you can't give up big plays. You know, against a team like this, you make them earn what they get. If it's 3 yards at a play, got to make them 3 yards. You can't have a two-play drive against an option offense and have 6 points put on the board on you. So, and then, you know, and then probably the fourth one is be able to you know, win the kicking game again. You know, but be able to create some things like that's going to give you that edge to, you know, to give you a victory. You know, because we all know this is a very important game for us. Both of us, I believe, is 2-1 in the league, and this is a big game for both football teams. So we've got to go down there and get ready to play a really, really talented football team that's going to play us for 4 quarters.
All right, Coach, well, best of luck, and we'll be back with more on the Davis Ford pregame show on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN Mississippi 95.1.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Now we're talking with Ryan Todd. Ryan, a big event coming up for the band, the Tomahawk Marching Band Championship. First one ever, or maybe the first one in a long time we've had here at the college. Just talk about this event.
Well, it is, to my knowledge, it's the first time we've ever hosted a marching band contest. Whether it be, done in a different format or not, I think this is from my research, this is the first time we've done this. It will be formatted like our high school MHSAA State Marching Band Championship, which is actually happening for a lot of schools a week later, and then the others 2 weeks later. But we're formatting it the same way as that, and we're really excited about it. We've already got, we're still a month away from our deadline for registration. We've already got 10 bands signed up for it.
Well, Ron, if anybody's out there interested in registering their band, how would they go about doing that?
They can go to our website, the ICC band website. There's a PDF on there. It says Tomahawk registration form. They simply need to fill that out, and there's a $250 registration fee that you send in with it. But we would be glad to hopefully take anybody that decides they want to come. And again, it's set up in such a way as to be a precursor to our marching band championships.
All right, and for fans that just want to come watch it, is that open to the public?
It is open to the public. We have not set the admission price just yet, but it is open to the public. We also have not set our starting time. We're going to base that on the number of bands that show up. We're going to work back from there because we want to be able to host all that would like to come. So we're going to kind of play it by ear this first year to kind of get a good feel for it. But it will be an all-day event. It'll probably be at least 11 to noon starting. And then hopefully the ICC band will be marching exhibition, hopefully no later than 7 is what we would like to do. But there's still some things that we're ironing out, but the date is set, the time is set, the judges have all been hired, and we're really excited about the event.
All right, if you could give us that date one more time, and that way fans can be marking on their calendar.
That date is October 20. October 20, and if you're interested in it, like I said, it'll be an all-day event with hopefully anywhere from 18 to 22 bands.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Davis Ford pregame show. Adam Gore, Mr. Jim Ingram, coming to you here from the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth. And Jim, during that interview there, we heard Coach Sean Cannon's keys to victory. Of course, let's talk about your keys to victory, and these keys to victory being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona.
Adam, you cannot minimize the kicking game. We saw that firsthand last week in the ICC Northeast game. We blocked, we counted up, we blocked a total of 4 kicks. One of them didn't count, there's a penalty. Right. We blocked 3 field goals, and we won the game by blocking these field goals. We won the game by the kicking game. So it's 1/3 of your game. There's offense and defense, so the kicking game is still very, very important. That's going to be big tonight. And I know Coach Cannon preaches this, but turnovers, getting a good start tonight on the road is very important also.
Absolutely, and that was some of the keys that he talked about there. Of course, off camera with us, he gets a little bit more in depth, and that's one thing he says. You know, you have to kind of be prepared. You know, yes, you can run this triple option with your scout team, but you're not going to run it to the efficiency as quick as Holmes does, since this is what they run by trade. So, you know, patience is going to be the key to it, and kind of surviving or weathering that storm before in the first few possessions for Holmes.
No doubt about it. Like you said, yeah, you can practice against it, but they run it all year. We run it for 1 week or whatever again on defense. So it's going to be, when it's live, it's a little bit different.
Yes. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups for your Indians right here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. $2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
No. White pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Truly. Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really?
That's not pizza, come on.
Pizza and a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
Carter Mills, quarterback, Edgar, Mississippi. Deshaun Dinkins, running back, Warner Robins, Georgia.
Mel Thomas, wide receiver, Colorado, Mississippi.
Austin Watkins, wide receiver, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Kivars Brown, wide receiver, Grenada, Mississippi. Trey Town, fullback, Grenada, Mississippi.
Cameron Orr, right tackle, Gulf, Mississippi. CJ Dawes, O-line, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Shan Ross, center, Grenada, Mississippi. Duarte Willis, offensive line, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Will James, right tackle, Columbus, Mississippi. Thomas Cox, long snapper, Fulton, Mississippi.
Hayden Franklin, punter, Pontotoc, Mississippi. Kel Comer, kicker, Callaway, Mississippi. Taker Ruggles, linebacker, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Michael Harrison, defensive tackle, Hamilton, Mississippi. Rico Pickens, defensive tackle, Memphis, Tennessee.
Nicholas Smith, linebacker, Cleveland, Mississippi.
Atard Moore, linebacker, Kansas City, Mississippi.
Kamara Robinson, linebacker, Macon, Mississippi.
LaKeisha Jones, linebacker, Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Tyrese Quinn, cornerback, Kansas City, Mississippi.
Kenneth Mark, defensive back, Columbus, Mississippi.
BJ Williams, defensive back, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Cortez Davis, defensive back, DeKalb County, Georgia.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram here on hand for ESPN 95.1 The Fan, as well as Let's Go ICC TV.com. We're roughly about 8 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff here in Goodman. The sun continuing to set here, which is a good thing because this game was kicked off any earlier, played in earlier in the year. If you're looking from left to right on your screen or your radio dial, you're going to be staring back into a pretty rough sun. So that could have been a big advantage there. So, Jim, as we said, inside 8 minutes now from the First American National Bank opening kick. Indians still got a chance to make the playoffs here. So tonight it's all about the focus and execution.
No doubt about it, Adam. You've got to be ready every game. As we talk about, you cannot take a night off in community college football because every team is capable of beating you. And we know this, and we know that Holmes is a good football team. We're 2-1 in our division. They're 1-1. Both have one loss, so we need to take care of business tonight, which will not be easy on the road. Looks like we've got a good crowd of ICC people that are showing up here over here in the visitor side. Should have a great atmosphere tonight for a football game. We appreciate you listening to us on the radio or watching us on live stream, and stay with us tonight. Let's bring the Indians a victory.
Absolutely. ICC, if you remember it, won pretty handedly last year, 61-16. That was homecoming for ICC. ICC has won 4 of the last 5 meetings and lead the all-time series, at least by our records, 36-17-1. ICC is 14th in the country with 411.6 yards per game and 16th in the country with 2,058 yards of total offense. ICC is 8th in the nation in rushing touchdowns with 15 of those. They're 16th in the nation whenever it comes to averaging points per game at 34.8. The Indians are also 16th in the country with 7 interceptions, 14th in the country, averaging 24.9 yards on kickoff returns. Holmes is 10th in the country with 1,136 yards rushing on 26 attempts, and that's good for an average of 227.2 yards per game. That's 10th in the country across all of those boards there. Holmes is coming off a 27-14 loss to Northwest, and Holmes has 7 players with 20 or more rush attempts this season. So they like to run the ball, not too effective in the air, but when you run that triple option, a lot of times you have teams on the hill so much you really don't have to put it in the air until you're kind of just behind schedule on those, like say a 3rd and long situation.
You're right, Adam. And Northwest, as we know, what are they ranked right now?
They're number 2.
They are very good. Of course, they played the number 1 team tonight,
yes.
East Mississippi, and we'll be keeping up with that. But it was very close last week, the entire ball game, and I think Northwest pulled away late in the game against Holmes, so we know that Holmes is very capable of bringing it tonight, playing a good ball game. We need to be ready.
Absolutely. So we're going to take another timeout and be back with more of the Davis Ford pregame show right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I was looking for a college back in the day, you know, I'm from Amory, Mississippi, just 30 minutes down the road, and I'm a homebody, and I had to commute, and I said, I need to go to a college that's not too far from home. And I heard of ICC. And once I stepped on campus, I knew this is the junior college I need to be at. I didn't think of another college. I said, this is it. When I stepped on campus, the atmosphere, it just was drawn to me, and I felt like this is where I belong. I belong here at Itawamba Community College because at that moment, I knew this is the best junior college on the planet. This is where I need to be. This is where I was planted, and that's why I am what I am today because of Itawamba Community College.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show, getting ready for that coin toss here and that First American National Bank opening kick. Tommy Chamley and all the great folks up there at First American National Bank remind you to follow the flag to your nearest First American National Bank locations that spread from Iuka to Tupelo. So Tommy, a proud supporter of not only ICC, but also, I should say, not only ICC athletics, but the entire college as a whole. A great friend to the college, and we appreciate everything Tommy and the rest of the crew do.
No doubt about it. Tommy, at all our home games, you'll see Tommy there supporting the team. Like you said, they are a great partner for ICC and the community.
Absolutely. So ICC won the toss and elected to receive. So Holmes will be kicking that First American National Bank opening kickoff here in a moment. So we do invite everyone to settle in, grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Buddy Long would be very proud of that. For us, we've got the Dasani Waters up here, a
Good
product
point.
of Coke. Try to be a little bit healthy. So yeah, Mr. Jim, any final thoughts before we kick this thing off?
Ready to play, Adam. And like we said, and like the coach said, we need a quick start tonight against an option team. Need to settle down, need to start out strong, and get a lead early in the ball game.
We'll be bringing some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates throughout the night. 3 games that are going on right now. Colin at East Central and East Mississippi at Northwest. Those games are scoreless. And then it's in the first quarter. Jones County leading at Pearl River 7-0. Those are your scoreboard updates being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. So ICC will be in the blue helmets, white jerseys, and white pants with the red numerals. And it looks like Holmes, are they going to be decked out in all maroon?
All maroon. Now, we're in the blue pants now.
Oh, blue pants, yes.
With the red, I like the white shirts,
yes.
Red numerals, blue pants, and blue helmets.
Yeah, so I think I totally messed that up.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
As we're in a very unique position up here from where we're having to do the broadcast, if you will. You know, those we got, about a 4-foot window?
Yes, we're going to be leaning out the window several times.
Yeah, so that we're both sharing. We'll be relying heavily on the Let's Go ICC.com or Let's Go ICCTV.com broadcast to also pick up some things as well. Jim, not a very not a slight in this situation, but a very somber, very quiet atmosphere around the football field, considering how big this football game is.
It's a big football. I think people are just now getting into the rhythm. The sun finally went down. It's been hot. Let's be honest. It's been hot. It's finally at 6:30. It's a good early kickoff. I see some of our fans are still coming to the stadium. Got a good crowd of ICC people here. Holmes people still drifting in, getting their drinks, getting some hot dogs, it looks like. Kind of a late arriving crowd, but we look for a good football game.
So this will be a name familiar for North Mississippi area. Connor McKay, only not the basketball player, is set to kick this thing off for this First American National Bank opening kickoff here for the Bulldogs, and the kick is on its way. It's going to be a popped-up kick, short, and it's going to be taken right about the 15, 18-yard line, and that's going to be returned out to the 35. Don't know if that was by design, as that was number 85 for the Indians, returning that one, Carson Hancock, a tight end out of North Pontotoc High School. First time we've called his name this year.
No, that Carson's been in a lot on the short yardage blocking, but he finally got to carry the ball on the kickoff and did a good job running straight ahead. Good field position at the 34.
Yeah, so he got that right about the 13, returns it out to the 34-yard line, so about a return of 21 yards that time for Hancock. So it'll be a first down and 10 situation here for ICC. Clark Mills is your quarterback. Deshaun Deacons in the backfield. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. You're probably going to see a lot of blitzing and a lot of different looks out of this Holmes defense tonight. Mills, time to throw. Throws it out to the flats to Jamel Thomas. Thomas catches it on a knee. Gain of 6 on the play for Thomas. So that'll bring up a second down and 4 situation with the ball out to the 40.
Good job. Jamel Thomas has been dynamite this year, Adams. We mentioned, I think, catching, 8 passes a game, over 100 yards per game now. The go-to receiver for Clark Mills.
And so now it'll be a second down and 4 situation. 2 running backs in the contest now for the Indians. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here on near side. High snap, but it's going to be handled by Wallington. Wallington dragging defenders up the field. Needed 5, got 6 on the carry, and that's going to be another first down for ICC.
Good job by the Indians. Good blocking up front, and Hiram running hard. Got the first down, Adam. Good field position. Game's just started. First quarter, ICC 0. Holmes 0, 14-15 left in the first quarter.
Same set here now. The ball at the 45-yard line after that pickup of 6 from Wadlington. Now play action. Pressure coming off the corner is caught. ICC with it on the far side. Gets the ball out to the 50. They're going to give him the 49. Forward progress is going to pick up the play there. So another solid pickup. And that pass hauled in that time by Cedric Bradford of ICC.
Good first down plays. You mentioned, Adam. Second down, 2nd and 4 for the Indians. 13:45 first quarter, ICC 0, Holmes 0.
Now they go back to that traditional formation. Dinkins in the backfield with Mills. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Second down and 4. Mills zips it out there, catches it. I think that's Bradford again, and Bradford lowers his shoulder and actually steps out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Another pickup for first down, and Jim, the Indians are moving this one in chunks in a hurry.
Doing well, and we just brought in Quay Tucker coming in for the Apache.
Yeah, the Wild Apache
is
what we elected to call it. So Quay Tucker coming into the contest as they're going to mark the ball now. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 41, and the referees are going to say, no, back it up a little bit more. Now they're going to mark it at the 42. So it'll be a first down and 10 situation. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. So Tucker in the ball game. He's going to follow the lead block of Dinkins, and there's a nice play defensively by the Bulldogs, getting in the backfield, stopping Tucker for a loss of about 2 on the play. So it's bringing up a second down and long situation. So now the Wild Apache will head back to the sideline, and Clark Mills will come back out for the Indians.
In Tucker's defense, they've seen that we use that power formation, run the football, and they defended it well.
Absolutely. So second down and 12 now for the Indians. High snap. Mills able to control it. Pressure coming. Now Mills wants to load up. He's got a man downfield. Jump ball, and it's caught. Thomas went up and got it that time, and
they're battling for the ball here, Adam. I'm not sure. The referees are talking.
And could be a big play here. The ball could either go to the 10-yard line.
I don't know if he stole it from, and they're going to say interception.
Let's go back and look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Yeah, that's an interception. Just took it away from Jamel Thomas that time, so a tough break there for the Indians. And so a big turnover there, Jim, and that could be something that looms large in this contest tonight, as Jamel did a great job of coming back to get the play, but a great play just stripping the ball away from him by the DB.
Give the defensive back credit. It's a turnover, interception. Here early in the first quarter, Holmes takes over on their own 10-yard line. We're all tied up 0-0, 12:40 left in the first quarter.
So it'll be a first down here for the Bulldogs. The ball is going to be spotted at the 10-yard line. Flag is down. And the Bulldogs don't even get a snap off. So illegal substitution here on the Bulldogs, so it's going to back them up even more here. Jim, good for us. Tonight we can actually hear the referees with their penalty call-outs. Hasn't been the case all season this year. So now after the interception and the penalty, so that should bring up a first down and 15 situation here for the Bulldogs. Ball is at the 5-yard line. First quarter, still no score between ICC and Holmes. That triple option Fullback is going to keep this time. He's going to bully his way forward for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Gets up just about a chunk of that penalty yardage. It's still going to be a second down and long situation here as they're going to spot it at the 9-yard line, so a pick up a 4.
Good job by the defense. Second down, 2nd and 11. Just started the ball game. Holmes with the ball at their own 9-yard line. As we mentioned, 2nd and 11, 12-15 left in the first quarter, no score.
So the Bulldogs, they go to that traditional huddle. They break the huddle now. 15 seconds on the play clock, so plenty of time. Comes to the line of scrimmage with 2 receivers on the far side, still in that triple option formation. And this time the give is going to be to the fullback one more time, and he's going to rally his way forward. And that's going to be out to about the 14-yard line. So it's going to break up a 3rd down and long situation here for the Bulldogs. A possession down. And, Jim, the Indians defense needs to try to get off the field here and see if they can hold them. But back-to-back carries and picking up some chunks of yardage by the fullback.
They did. They got, they needed 15. They've gotten back about 8 of it. So it's 3rd down, 3rd, and we'll call it 6 from the 14-yard line. Need to make a stop here. I look for the quarterback to keep it this time, Adam. They've given it to the fullback twice.
So traditional formation, 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Now he's going to drop back and show pass.
He fumbled.
And fumbled it, and then falls back on top of it. Boy, I tell you what, who was that for the Indians? Looked like he was shot out of a cannon coming in the backfield, as that was number 44, Keyshawn Parker. Nearly decapitated the quarterback, and I think he saw 44 flashing through, and that's what caused the fumble. A loss on the play all the way back to about the 6-yard line. So the Bulldogs will be punting out of the end zone here. A dangerous situation for Holmes, but a great job by that ICC defense.
Great job by defense. Where's Keyshawn Parker from, Adam?
That young man is from Calhoun City.
That's what I thought.
Anytime you're going to have a Calhoun City or Bruce, Vardaman, Pittsboro, if they're lucky. I think I might be the only person from Pittsboro. But, yeah, anytime a Calhoun County kid does something, you know I'm going to be happy. Snap back's a good one. This Little Caesars punt's on its way, nearly blocked. And it's going to be taken at the 45. That's Austin Watkins, and he's going to be hit and dropped as he picks up a return of about 3, maybe 4 on the return that time. Indians nearly got to the kick, and
there's a flag down, Adam.
There is a flag
down. It might
down.
be a block in the back. I'm not sure.
So we're going to let the officials talk this one over here.
I hope I'm wrong.
And, of course, Jim, thank you for that, as I'm having to watch the monitor to see any action on that side of the field. And it looks like this is going to go against the Indians here as they're getting set to mark this one off against ICC. And that was the case of blocking the back on the Indians. But the good thing is, even though it's going to back them up, it'll still be a 1st and 10 situation for ICC.
Good field position, Adam. We got the ball at their own 48-yard line. No score, 10:31 left in the first quarter.
So it's going to be a 1st down and 10 here. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey right there on South Adams Street. He'd be happy to help you out with all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life. And looks like we're going to have movement on the Indians again here. So that was on the offensive line that time, just getting a little flinch too early. So now the Indians are going to be backed into a 1st down and 15 situation, much like the Bulldogs did on their opening possession. So 1st down, 15 here for the Indians. 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers on the far side of the ball. Jamel Thomas by himself down here at the bottom of your screen. Pressure coming. Mills avoids it. Now trying to load up and throw. Does so over the middles. Trying to find Thomas and couldn't get it to him. Great pressure being applied that time. That was Jeremy Miller, a freshman defensive lineman out of Vicksburg. And, Jim, that's one thing we anticipate to see a lot of tonight out of the Bulldogs is a lot of different looks and a lot of blitzing all night long.
Good pressure by the Bulldogs. Good job by Clark Mills. Spin move, got away from him, set his feet, tried to hit Thomas, just let him a little bit too much.
So 2nd down and 15 now for the Indians. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Looks like this may be Wadlington in the backfield now for the Indians, and that is the case, and that's where they want to go. They want to run a little bubble screen. Wadlington slips one tackle, slips off another one, gets it forward, and out to about the 45-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So a whole lot of movement to pick up 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. Let's call it 3rd down and 13.
You're right, Adam. 3rd and 13. Holmes and ICC, no score, 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
So the Indians would love to find a way to pick up this 1st down here to keep this drive alive. Mills, your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Bradford has been a good target for the Indians early on tonight. Mills surveying the defense, now wants to check the play at the line of scrimmage. In the backfield with Mills is Hiram Wadlington. He now switches sides. 3rd down and 13. Plenty of time to throw. Pass over the middle. That's Bradford. He catches it. Will he get the second effort to get across? Oh, it's going to be close, and I think he's going to be about a yard shy. Well, Jim, early decision-making time here for the Indians. You leave the offense on the field. Yes, they're going to do it. 4th and 1 situation here for ICC.
Bringing in a jumbo package, extra offensive lineman, looks like a big fullback at him, and another tight end. So I believe we're going to hopefully go forward here and run the football.
Yeah, C.J. Doss has checked into the contest. Trey Towns also into the contest. Almost a half a ton of hostile humanity formation here. The give is up the middle, and I don't know if the Indians got it. They did not.
He didn't get it at him.
No gain on the play, so the Bulldogs defense holds that time, and looks like a key block missed on that right side for the Indians. Really sprung that for the Bulldogs, and a tough play there for ICC. Actually a loss of about a half a yard, so it's going to be 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs defense gets it done.
Give credit to Holmes. They flipped the field position here. We had them backed up inside their 10. Now they got a 1st down at their own 44-yard line. No score, first quarter, Holmes 0, ICC 0.
So it will be a 1st down and 10 situation. The ball is going to be at the 44-yard line here for the Bulldogs. We've already talked about it numerous times tonight. They run that triple offensive threat. Man in motion going to the near side, and it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback trying to bounce to the outside, and it's going to be drugged down as he crossed the 50. And I tell you what, Jim, that was a big tackle there for the Indians because ICC sold out on the fullback that time. If it's not Tyrese Quinn coming up and making that tackle, the quarterback's running for days.
No doubt. Who's Jesse Wilson, the quarterback, Adam?
I believe so.
Trying to pick up the numbers of the quarterback. Outstanding athlete.
Either that or it's Reggie Hayes.
That's Reggie Hayes in there. You're right.
So, yeah, Reggie Hayes is the quarterback, at
sophomore
least on this
for Baton
drive.
Rouge.
And so it'll be a 2nd down after pick up a 7, 2nd down and a long 3 here for the Bulldogs. Hayes calling out his signals from the line of scrimmage. Awaiting the snap and gets it off. And it's going to be a give in the backfield to the fullback, and he's going to bully his way forward for a gain of about 1, maybe 2 on the play. Let's call it 2, so to bring up a 3rd down and 1 situation here for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs on the ground, when they give it to the fullback, it's been good for about 3 to 4 yards a pop. So you imagine you'll probably see a heavy dose of the run game here if you're Holmes.
You mentioned Adam, 3rd and 1. Early in the ball game, 8 minutes left in the first quarter. No score, Holmes 0, ICC 0.
Yeah, we call it the fullback. It's not really the fullback. I guess you can say it is the tailback. So I think it's Terry Bryant out of Prentice that is in the backfield. And that's who's going to get the carry here. The Indians hit him, stack him up, but that 2nd effort, though, got it. Good play in the backfield that time by ICC, but the 2nd effort was able to pick up that 1st down. And who was that in the backfield? I think it was number 34 for the Indians. No, excuse me, 24. That was a Taurus Moore coming in and making the tackle. But credit number 35, Terry Bryant, for that 2nd effort to be able to get that 1st down.
He's their leading rusher for the year. Terry Bryant showed a lot of power then, Adam. Good football player.
So they move the chains here to be a 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. The ball is just shy of the 45-yard line. Still no score here in the first quarter. Hayes looking over the defense. And is going to give it once again up the middle. And this time ICC stacks it up nicely. Little gain, if no gain that time. They're actually going to spot him at the 45-yard line. So a gain of about a half a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and a long 9, or excuse me, long 9, short 10 here for the Bulldogs.
Good job by the Indians. You mentioned, Adam, no gain on that carry. We'll call it, as you mentioned, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9. Holmes has got the ball at ICC's 45, 6:45 left in the first quarter, no score.
Thanks for that time update. I cannot see the scoreboard. So now they're going to roll out, look to pass. Looking out in the flats. Pass is complete, hauled in at the 40-yard line. And that's the only where he's going to be able to go. Good open field tackle that time by number 18, Cortez Davis. Allowed the rest of the Indians to come in and make the play. But a rare passing play. They've only passed the ball. They actually, 6 games into the season, have passed the ball less than 100 times this year.
We got an ICC player injured, I believe, here, Adam.
And so an ICC player is shaken up on the play. Let's take this injury timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors. We'll be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
And welcome back, as that was Kenneth Martin for ICC that was shaken up on the play. He was able to get up and run off on his own power, being looked at by the training staff on the far side of the field. Third down in a short 4 here for the Bulldogs. Possession down here as the ball is at the 40-yard line. And the quarterback's going to keep this time, get to the outside, has the first down and then some more, and he's going to be ran out of bounds. And a big-time pickup there, Jim. He just put that thing in the belly of the fullback. The fullback got tattooed. Smart play to pull that one out by Hayes. And a big-time pickup there on 3rd and long.
Give Hayes credit. He's a sophomore quarterback from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Turned the corner. 1st and 10, Bulldogs, Holmes Bulldogs at ICC's 25. No score, first quarter.
So 1st down and 10. The ball, as you said, is on the 25-yard line. Bulldogs moving it in chunks right now. Once again, that triple option. It is a tough thing to defend for teams throughout the league, throughout the nation as well. And it's run to perfection here at Holmes. Once again, Hayes is going to keep and gets to the outside looking for a block. And he's going to have another big pickup there near to about the 10-yard line. Make it the 11. Good read once again by Hayes.
No doubt about it. And Holmes has found something outside, Adam. We're stopping them inside. We got to adjust now because now they're bouncing outside with their quarterback. Looks like 1st and 10 Holmes on ICC's 11-yard line.
So the Bulldogs knocking on the door here. Can the Indians defense get a stop, at least force them into a field goal try? You got to think this deep in the territory. Bulldogs might be thinking 4-down territory. 1st down and 10. Ball at the in between the 12 and 11-yard line. And this time the ball's popped free. Can the Indians get to it? It's still loose on the turf, and I think the Bulldogs got it. They did. Boy, I tell you what, one of those defensive linemen, I think that was number 56. Yes, it was DJ Rudd, a freshman. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. I can't tell the number that far. But either way, he was trying to do that swim move, trying to get to the football to get it back for the Indians, and just could not quite get to it. Great hit in the backfield, a big loss on the play. The ball now back to the 15-yard line, so a loss of about 4 on the play. Let's call it 2nd down and 14 here for the Bulldogs. So Holmes coming to the line of scrimmage, surveying it with 5 seconds on the play clock. Gets the snap off with 3. Now rolling out to pass. Pressure coming on the outside. Hayes is going to tuck this one and run, and he is going to be hit out of bounds. And that's going to be a flag there. Tough flag as the momentum of Parker carried him out of bounds after Rudd got out of bounds that time. One of those, 3 years ago it's not called, but all the attention on protecting the quarterback is going to be called every time now.
I thought it was going to be called. No doubt about it, Adam. Unfortunately, it's a hustle play. Hits him a little late out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down and 1st and goal for Holmes.
Yep, and that big run there only netted a gain of about 1 on the play, so they're going to mark that one off from the 19. So a tough break there for Parker. You can't fault Parker. There we go. That's a little bit tough to say, but you can't fault the effort as he was able to go out and try to make the play there and just happened to just run out of real estate. So it will be a 1st and goal here as the ball is going to be at the 7-yard line for the Bulldogs. So ICC, that bend but don't break mentality. Can they come through with that one again here? 1st down and goal for the Bulldogs. First quarter, no score. Give is going to be to the running back in the backfield. That's Vontae Brackett, a freshman running back out of Hoover, Alabama. Battles forward and gets the ball inside the 5-yard line to the 4. We're to be a 2nd and goal situation now here for the Bulldogs.
Good job by our defense, Adam. Got to buckle up here, looking for the triple options we mentioned. I look for the quarterback to fake it to the fullback and try to get around the corner like he's been successful so far in this series.
So we'll see what the Bulldogs elect to do here on this 2nd and goal situation. Hayes bringing his guys to the line of scrimmage. Running back in the backfield, Terry Bryant. And the Indians wrap him up that time, and a loss on the play. Who was that? Number 50. How about that? Big-time play there for Cortavius Ivy coming in and getting in the backfield and making a stop for a loss.
Great job by Ivy. He didn't even look at the fullback. He thought that the quarterback was going to keep it. Quarterback kept it. Ivy dropping for a 1-yard loss. Great job by the defense.
So now it's going to be a 3rd and goal situation. The ball is at the 5-yard line. And this is those type situations where it makes this triple option very dangerous. You can run in this situation, and you have a quarterback that can throw the ball pretty well when it comes to short routes. And now a timeout is going to be taken by the Bulldogs. Didn't like the formation they came out of there. We're going to take the timeout with them. We'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 0-0 your score, but Holmes knocking on the door. 3rd down and goal to go here from the 5-yard line. Bulldogs burn the timeout there. Man in motion, now goes back, looking to pass. Slant route is tipped away. Nicely done that time by the Indians. Who was that coming across, Mr. Jim, to make the play? Number 26, Jaquan Williams coming in and tipping that one away. Looks like the Bulldogs may be sending out the kicking unit here, and I tell you what, Jim, if ICC can force the field goal in this situation, this is going to be huge.
No doubt about it, Adam. This will be a 22-yard attempt, and maybe we got another block involved here. We'd love that after blocking 3 last week against Northeast.
So awaiting the kick here, this is going to be number 25, Connor McKay, the sophomore kicker out of Madison, to step into this one. The kick is up, and the kick is no doubt true. No, they're going to say it was wide. Wow. Must have been just wide left. So, Jim, we talked about that bend but don't break mentality. The Indians' defense got to come off with tons of momentum after that.
Great job, our defense. And Adam, be honest, they watched film. He might have had to rush that a little bit because he knows how aggressive we are trying to block field goals, and he pulled it a little bit to the left. Good job by ICC's defense. 2:44 left in the first quarter, no score.
Referees have come over and going to talk to each other again. Don't know if it's the same crew as last week, but, man, they love to talk to each other. The ball's going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. Hey, real quick, before we go to this next possession, I want to give a shout-out to Dr. Bronson Prohaska, as she's listening in, traveling down the road, along with some of the other fans. Also want to give a shout-out to Mr. Tom Childs. He's a guy that always listens. He's listened for years, and he's a guy that keeps us in line whenever we need it.
No doubt about it. Mr. Childs done a lot of stuff for the college. Tom is very available, helps the college out a lot of ways, done a lot of things for the community of Fulton and the surrounding area. A great fan and a great person.
Absolutely. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation here for the Indians. Man in motion here for ICC, and now a flag down. Are they going to call illegal procedure again against ICC? Yes, they are. So the Indians flagged once again for illegal procedure. And once again, the Indians, were in that wild Apache
Yeah, they
set.
were. Tucker was in the game at quarterback, and unfortunately, 5-yard penalty, he has to go out.
So it'll be a 1st down and 15 situation. Let's give you a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. East Central leading Colin 14-7. That's in the first quarter. East Mississippi up 13-0 at Northwest. That's a battle between 1 and 2. And in the second quarter, Jones leading at Pearl River 14-7. Bubble screen here. That's out to Watkins. Watkins gets a big-time block down the sideline. Gets up the field and picks up the 1st down yardage back. Jim, what a big-time block downfield by the Indians. I believe that was number 15, Corvarius Brown, that came back and made that block that sprung it for enough for the 1st down. But, man, what a play by Watkins using that aggressive defense against the Bulldogs.
Good blocking downfield. You mentioned Adam, and Watkins made a good move around the left corner. Got that 1st down. 1st and 10 Indians.
So the officials are going to have to stop the clock here and let the chain gang get reset on the far side, as looks like the chain is actually broke.
Not good.
Yeah, the marker is messed up on the far side of the field, as they're working on right now. Trying to get that situated across on the far side of the field. You know, for the Indians, that hurts offensively because they're a rhythm offense.
Right, we were in rhythm there. It does hurt us. Adam, you know, I'm looking across the field. That's the first time I've ever seen a lighted 1st down marker over there on the sidelines.
Of course, we're talking here with the delay in the game as they're trying to fix the sticks across the way. Not only that, Jim, they've gone to that. I saw at the Notre Dame game this last weekend. They're going with a digital marker now that measures out. It has basically 2 marks on the post, and you stretch it out till it says 10, and it has a ding when it says 10. But the unique thing about it is when they move it and spot it, It doesn't say like 4 yards. It says 4.23.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, technology is
taking over.
Taking over for sure. But the thing we like to see across the way is that 1st down and 10 situation here for the Indians, because that 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, stop by and see Joey right there on South Adams Street. 2 running backs in the backfield now for the Indians. Mills is your quarterback. And he's going to play action fake, trying to go downfield, jump ball, and it's hauled in. Nicely done that time. And that was Brown. So the Indians rewarding Brown after throwing a great block. Just went down, jump ball, went up and got it. Big gain, moves the chains, another 1st down. And the ball out to the 49-yard line. The Indians trying to speed things up here a little bit offensively.
Mills to Brown, back shoulder throw at him. You see it a lot now in college football. Great job by the offense.
So this time they're going to keep it on the ground. This is going to be Dinkins. Dinkins lowers his head, bullying his way forward. And actually, man, yards after contact for about 2 yards. He just bullied its top over 2 players, so a gain of about 4 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 6.
Good job by the offensive line. Dinkins running hard, really a different person this year. Really bought into the program. Very, very good running back, really hustling for us.
Yeah, I think last year was kind of an eye-opening experience for him as he really hit the weight room during the offseason and told Coach Cannon he wanted to come back and be a difference maker for this team this year. So a 2nd down and 6 situation. Bulldogs show blitz. ICC steps out of it. Man, you talk about a difference maker. Probably made one of the biggest plays in the history of ICC football last week.
No doubt.
On making that tackle after the blocked field goal in overtime. Mills steps into it, throws downfield, has a man, and it's caught.
Yes.
Yes, it is. So pass complete for the Indians. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Clark Mills getting time to throw, steps up to avoid the pressure, and gets the ball out to the 25-yard line as that was number
McLeod.
3, McLeod, with the reception.
1st and 10 Indians at the 25 of Holmes. 1:35 left in the 1st quarter, no score.
Mills gives off to Waddington. Waddington bouncing around now, finds the seam, bounces forward across the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play for Waddington. And I tell you what, Hiram Waddington, Deshaun Dinkins both have a chance to be a little special for this ICC football team.
No doubt. They're both averaging over 6 yards per carry for the year.
So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 4. New running back in the game here, Keegan Huddleston, comes in for the Indians. Mills barking out the call. Holmes shows blitz, now steps out of it. Mills is going to look to the sideline. Plenty of time, 15 seconds on the play clock as he gets the call. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 on the bottom of your screen if you're watching on letsgoicctv.com. That's Thomas at the bottom of your screen. Play action fake. Mills steps up, high ball is caught, and it's going to be reeled in inside the 10-yard line. I believe that was number 10, Austin Watkins. Watkins looking like Terry Williams, jumping up in the air and catching that one.
Good job by Watkins. 1st and go Indians. The ball's at the 9 of Holmes. 1st quarter's running down. 35 seconds left in the 1st quarter. No score.
So the Indians with the ball. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. They do bring in an extra tight end in this situation. Slant route is there. Touchdown, Indians! Jamel Thomas hauls in that one in a beautiful drive. 80 yards. And in quick time as well. ICC takes the 6-0 advantage.
Adam, there wasn't much of a window there. He had to thread the needle there. It was double coverage, but he got it inside the defensive back. Good catch by Jamel Thomas. 6-0 Indians, extra point pending here. 28 seconds left in the 1st quarter.
Nice drive that time by the Indians offense, going down in a hurry, almost in their 2-minute drill, to go down and score after forcing a missed field goal on the last attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. So the 2nd time we've seen a missed kick tonight. I didn't see where that one went. It looked like it went right down the middle, but the referees are a lot closer than we are, so a 2nd missed kick tonight by the kickers. And, Jim, we're going to keep it here with only 28 seconds to play until the end of the 1st quarter. ICC did a great job, drove the ball 80 yards, got that touchdown pass to Thomas from Mills to make it a 6-0 contest. He missed extra point, though. Hopefully that will not loom large for the Indians later on in the contest.
I hope not. As you mentioned, Adam, that was with 28 seconds left in the 1st quarter. 9-yard pass, Clark Mills, Jamel Thomas. We went down the field roughly. I cannot remember where we started the drive. This is a 20-yard line.
20, yeah.
It's an 80-yard drive, roughly 4 or 5 minutes here in the 1st quarter. Nice drive to take control of the game here.
Absolutely. 6-0 is your score after that 9-yard touchdown pass from Mills to Thomas. We'll get set for another First American National Bank kickoff here off the foot of number 89, Caleb Comer. You know, Caleb, a great guy. We get a chance to talk to him often on campus. He's going to be upset with himself not being able to stick that last extra point through. 6-0 is your score here in a quick-moving first quarter of play. So Comer getting set to step into this First American National Bank kickoff after scoring the touchdown. A short kick is going to be taken at about the 19-yard line by the Bulldogs. Now trying to cut up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped as he crosses the 30 out to the 35-yard line. Would be a first down and 10 situation, as that was number 6, Sean Walton out of Vicksburg, on the return for the Bulldogs.
Holmes got good field position, Adam. 22 seconds left in the first quarter. ICC 6, Holmes Bulldogs 0.
So it'll be a first down and 10. Reggie Hayes trotting onto the field here. They haven't started the play clock yet, as it's now going to be put in motion. ICC leads it 6-0 here. Closing moments of the first quarter. You got to think this will probably be the last play of the first quarter here. Bulldogs with it. First and 10 from the 35. Quarterback keeper, now he's going to elect to option it out, trying to string out that defense a little bit more, and he's going to be hit and spun out of bounds after a very nice pickup close to that first down marker. I'm probably going to give him the first down. Depends on if it's going to be a left foot, right foot mark. Yes, they say a first down for the Bulldogs.
Dylan Kelly, freshman running back from Pearl, made a good run. You mentioned Adam, first and 10 Holmes from their own 45-yard line. 14 seconds left until the first quarter. ICC 6, Holmes 0.
See if the Bulldogs elect to allow the clock to run out here. 6 seconds. They're going to get the snap off, and it's going to be the tailback who gets the carry. Little gain that time, a gain of about 3. A very generous spot that time for the Bulldogs, and that should do it here for the first quarter of play. And that's going to do it for the first quarter play. ICC leads it 6-0 on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Clark Mills to Jamel Thomas. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter play right here on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the second quarter of play. ICC leading 6-0 here over the Holmes Bulldogs. A little delay handoff up the middle. ICC snuffs it out, but another positive pickup as he gets across the 40, across the 50 out to the 48 on the positive side of the 50. So we bring up a third down and short situation here for the Bulldogs, and that's what the Bulldogs like. If they can get in a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 situation with that triple option, really plays in their favor.
3rd and 3, you mentioned Adam. Possession down. They got the ball at our 48-yard line. Second quarter just started. ICC 6, Holmes 0, 14:30 left in the second quarter.
We'll once again try to bring you some scoreboard updates throughout the evening as we progress this afternoon. Remind you to stay tuned at halftime. We'll hear from Coach Rick Collier and Coach Andy Kirk about the fall baseball and softball seasons. We're going to try to run the option now. Flips to the outside, has the first down and then some, and it's going to go out of bounds just shy of the 35-yard line. And, Jim, I tell you what, I've been very impressed with Reggie Hayes and how he handles this triple option.
Good job by Hayes. Got the ball to Gabe Short, the sophomore running back from Brookhaven. Got the first down, Adam. They marked the ball at the 36 of ICC, 1st and 10 Holmes Bulldogs.
So the first down and 10 situation here as the Bulldogs successfully convert on that third down on the option. We'll try to, of course, keeping a close eye on that East Mississippi Northwest game. We'll bring you a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update in a moment. Tailback keeps it this time. Looked like he moved a little early before the snap, but the officials say play on there. A solid pickup on the dive. Pickup of about 4 on the play. Let's take a look at throughout the league at some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates. And let's see, it's Mississippi Gulf Coast and Southwest. That one just kicked off. It's 14-7, East Central leading Colin. 13-6 now, East Mississippi over Northwest. That's in the first quarter. Jones up big, 20-7 at Pearl River. Those scoreboard update being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. RenaissanceBank.com. So second down, let's call it second down and 6. Handoff is going to be right up the middle to the running back. That's going to be number 26. Or excuse me, that's going to be 35, Terry Bryant on the carry.
Adam Terrace Moore's made back-to-back tackles from Calhoun City, doing a good job at linebacker there. You look at the stats of ICC's defense, the leading 6 tacklers, I think, are linebackers.
Yep. So it looks like, was that third down and 5?
Yes, sir.
So a third down and 5 situation here for the Bulldogs. As we said, makes them very dangerous with that triple option attack with the run-pass option. Not the RPO that everyone is used to hearing about now in college football, but the traditional run-pass option out of this triple option. Play clock down to 2 seconds. Quarterback's going to keep it, trying to get to the outside. He's going to tuck it under, and the Indians did a good job. I think he had to make it out to the 25 to get the first down. Or no, excuse me, he actually had to get to the 24, and they're going to say move the chains.
Got the first down. He got to the 26, and that is the first down.
Yep. You're right, 26. I said 24, but it was the 26. If we do get our yard lines confused for those that are watching on Let's Go ICC TV, just know that I'm having to, when the ball gets to if you're listening, on the extreme right side of the field, I'm having to call it off the monitor versus being able to look at the field. So either way it goes, first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. The ball is going to be at the 26-yard line for Holmes. They trail 6-0 here in the second quarter. Looking to pass, drops back, plenty of time to throw. He's got a man, and is he going to catch it? Yes, he is. Just ran underneath that one that time, as that was just a beautiful ball from Hayes. Put it out there where only his man could get to it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I think Hayes hit Martavius Deal, the freshman from Webb of Mississippi. They tied the ball game up. Extra point pending. 6-6, 11:50 left in the second quarter. ICC and Holmes tied up pending this extra point by Holmes.
ICC's already missed an extra point after their touchdown. Holmes has already missed a field goal. Kick is on its way. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So it goes to the uprights, and the Bulldogs take a 7-6 advantage over the Indians with 11:50 to play here in the second quarter. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Getting set for this First American National Bank kickoff here from the Bulldogs. They lead it now 7-6. 11:50 to play here in the second quarter. Bulldogs, not known to be a passing team, was able to chunk that one down the field. A beautiful pass from Hayes to Deal for the touchdown. As we're awaiting this First American National Bank kick, and it's going to be a skied kick. Deep back, taken at about the 6-yard line by the Indians. Now trying to break across the 20, does so. Trying to get to the outside, and his up-ended head over as he turns the flip over the 25-yard line that time, and a big return. The Indians averaging right around 24.9 yards a kick return, and that's what they've been doing so far. There is a flag down, however, and Jim, I don't know if we've seen a kick or maybe a first couple of plays on a drive not get a penalty thrown, and this one's going to go against the Indians.
Looks like it's going to be a low block, I believe, Adam, chop block on the return, like you said, against the Indians.
So we'll wait for the officials to talk this one over, and they are going to mark it off against ICC. And that is going to be the case there, a illegal block and a half a distance penalty here. So the Indians are going to be marched back to about the 5.
Putting it at the 13-yard line.
Yep. I was trying to count off the yardage, 5, 10. But, yeah, they're going to mark it back to the 13. Now they pick it up and move it up on the positive side of the 13. But the Indians will have it first down and 10 here. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. So ICC saw Holmes drive down the field. The Indians on their previous drive marched 80 yards for a touchdown. So ICC is going to try to return the favor here. 5 receivers wide now. Man in motion for the Indians. Play action. Going to try to set up a bubble screen. Slips off one tackle. Now breaks off another one. Trying to get across the field out near the 30-yard line. Nice play call that time against the aggressive defense of the Bulldogs. Gets the first down.
Good job, Jamel Thomas. A gain of around 16 yards, first and 10. Indians at their own 29-yard line. 11:30 left in the second quarter. Holmes 7, ICC 6.
The Indians quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Mills will look to the sideline now to get to the call. First down and 10 here for the Indians. They trail 7-6. We're midway through the second quarter. Mills wanting to throw. Got the slant route. Is in and out of the hands of number 3 for the Indians, McLeod. I think McLeod was thinking run before catch.
I think he saw the goal line ahead, and believe me, and he's made a great catch earlier, but if he catches that one, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, he is running until he gets out of breath. So a tough break there for the Indians. A great throw that time by Clark Mills, just in and out of the hands of the receiver. And now ICC will come back with a second down and 10. Wild Apache formation here for the Indians. Quay in the backfield. He's going to get the carry. Now tries to get to the outside. Gets a block. Trying to sprint to the outside and will go out of bounds. So a nice job stretching that play out that time, as it was Quay Tucker in on the Wild Apache, a gain of 5.
Good job by Tucker. Well, they keep moving it back here, Adam.
So now they're
a gain of 3.
Wow, so we've seen some questionable marks tonight, and that one pretty questionable for sure. Looked like he got out closer to the 35-yard line, so either way, a tough break there for the Indians. So now it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 situation. Clark Mills back in at quarterback. 3 receivers near side, 1 by himself on the far side of the field. I believe that's Wadlington in the backfield with the Indians. Mills looking to throw, plenty of time. Zips it downfield. Does he catch it? No. Short-armed at that time, as it was intended for McLeod one more time, and McLeod trying to argue that he made the catch. We were right at an angle to be able to see it. Jim, that's one of those that I think Mills probably could have stepped into it and delivered a little bit better of a pass.
I agree, and they had a blitz on. We picked it up well, and he might have rushed the pass. I wish we had instant replay because McLeod is selling it that he caught it.
Yeah, I can say one of those angles, looking at instant replay, we really, unless we had the ability to switch to the opposite side of the field, wouldn't be able to tell. So either way it goes now, punting situation. This punt being brought to you by the ICC BSU. Franklin has to go down to get this one, steps into it. A kick booming into the night. Fair catch is called, and it's going to be taken at the 30. Oh, nearly dropped. But that time the return man, Sean Walton, was able to reel it in and hang on to it. So the Bulldogs will take over. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Good stop by the Bulldogs defense. Now the Indians need to return serve.
No doubt about it, Adam. That was a good punt. 37 yards, no return. We've talked about we don't get great yardage on the punt, but Hayden Franklin's been solid all year. Kicks it high, and people can't return the ball, so give him some credit.
The left-footed punter out of South Pontotoc High School. So now to be a first down and 10. Ball is at the 30 here for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs moving left to right on your radio dial. They're in all maroon, looking like Mississippi State out of the 80s. This is going to be a give off to the tailback in the backfield, and he's going to stumble forward and pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Or actually, no, that was actually a lineman that was downfield after that, but it was a gain of 1 on the play as they mark it back. So, yeah, it'll be a second down and 9 situation there. The Indians starting to adjust a little bit better to this triple option. One thing they've got to figure out, though, is how to stretch out that option play, force the quarterback to pitch it sooner, or kind of use that sideline as a extra defender and stretch them out, move them more left to right.
You're right, Adam. Where they've hurt us is getting outside on our defensive ends with the quarterback or the pitch man. We've stopped the inside game. We got to adjust and stop the outside game.
So a lot of confusion by the Bulldogs. Late movement now. 3 seconds on the play clock. Gets the snap off with 1. Going to try the bubble screen, and boy, I tell you what, number 18 for the Indians, Cortez Davis, if he would have been looking for the ball, as he did a great job getting past the bubble screen. If he had been looking for the ball, Jim, that would have been an interception.
No doubt about it. Great job by Cortez.
That one hit him in the numbers.
If he could have intercepted that, he would have walked into the end zone.
Yeah.
Still incomplete. 3rd down, 3rd and 9. Holmes. The ball's at their own 31-yard line. 9:52 left in the second quarter, 7-6 Holmes over ICC.
Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll also have the ICC All-American Band performance from last week. You'll want to make sure you stick around for that as well. 3rd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. Possession down. Can the Indians defense get a stop of their own here? Looking to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Trying to set up the screen pass. It is caught. And my goodness, that kid is quick as a hiccup. And he's going to get across the 40. Breaks the tackle. Still going. And the Indians aren't going to catch him.
Oh, my gosh. He can go.
Who
What number is
that? Is that 11?
I think so.
Dylan Kelly. 5'7", 170 out of Pearl. And that kid is quick as a hiccup as he got down the field in a hurry that time, slipped off some tackles. And the next thing you know, that young man is in the end zone for a touchdown. A long touchdown there. And boy, Jim, that one hurts.
What's his last name? Did you get it?
I've got it, Kelly, Dylan Kelly.
68 yards I've got at him.
So the Bulldogs looking to possibly just try to get some yardage and maybe, oh, the kick is no good off the upright. And the Indians can return this thing, can they not? No, they cannot. As the Indians caught it and thought about returning the extra point try as Keyshawn Parker picked it up and scooped it back going the other way. So a big miss there. So the Indians have missed an extra point. The Bulldogs now have missed an extra point. Let's take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors. ICC trailing 13-6 here to the Bulldogs in the second quarter. Back with more right after this.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here from the Bulldogs after that 68-yard touchdown pass. It's now Holmes 13, ICC 6, the missed extra point. Both teams have missed an extra point tonight. The Bulldogs also missed a field goal in the first quarter. So now the Indians need to get a good return here, see if they can return serve on this possession, this trip down the field. So waiting the kick here as the Bulldogs taking a lot of time. Now going in motion to kick this one forward. It's going to be a semi-short kick taken about the 7-yard line by the Indians, trying to get to the outside corner. Cuts back up the middle, looking for a block. Gets across the 30, down near the 35-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it. Going to be a 1st down and 10. That was Oliver on the return. I tell you what, I'd like to see Oliver maybe try to come back this side of the field. There's a lot of green grass. Obviously, the block was set up on the other side, but if he can kind of survey the field a little bit quicker, he might have seen that he had an opportunity for a bigger return.
No doubt. He's been our leading return man so far this year. Oliver's got a lot of speed. Adam, I'm just excited there's no flag on the kickoff finally.
You're right. So it's going to be a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. The ball is going to be at the 35-yard line. Mills is your quarterback. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. They do have Trey Towns in as a tight end. Handoff is up the middle, and it's going to be a strong run out across the 40-yard line for the Indians. They might mark him down at the 40. Yes, they are. And that's going to be Dinkins on the carry. A pickup of 5 brings up a 2nd down and 5 situation here for ICC.
Dinkins got hit after he carried the ball 2 yards, carried the man for 3 yards. Power running.
And this time the Indians want to set up a little bubble screen of their own, trying to get across the field. Now reversing the side of the field. Gets a big block across the 45. Now still weaving his way through is Austin Watkins. And he gets out to the 50-yard line. Man, oh man, what an exciting play that time, Jim. As Watkins just reverses the pitch, or excuse me, reverses the field. This is not soccer, but reverses the field and able to pick up the 1st down as he gets the ball out to the 50.
Good job by Watkins. 1st and 10 Indians at midfield. We're down 13-6, 8:55 left in the second quarter. Holmes 13, ICC 6.
So 1st down and 10 here. ICC trying to return serve of their own. Looking for the jump ball downfield. It's got a man and is tipped away. Nicely defended that time by the Bulldogs. Number 23 on the play. That's Caleb Wilson out of Vicksburg. I'll tell you what, if he throws that one a little bit higher, and that's kind of what Cedric Bradford's saying, say, give me a chance, throw it up there, I can go get it. And, Jim, I think that might be something Bradford can exploit the rest of this evening if he can get a pass like up a little bit more.
You're right, Adam. With his height, athleticism, get the ball up high to him, we'll make something happen.
2nd down and 10 from the 50-yard line here for the Indians. Mills is going to step back now, check the defense, ask Deshaun Dinkins to step from one side to the other, from his left to his right in the backfield. Mills loads up, got a man, jump ball, and it's caught. Big time catch there. Let's look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Roderick McLeod goes up and gets it. Jim, looks like the Indians has an advantage in that wide receiver versus DB here of the Holmes.
Adam, what we're doing, we're going 4 deep on wide receivers.
And there's going to be a roughing the passer penalty at the end of the play as well. So tack on 15 more yards, and this is going to help the Indians out in a big way.
They've gone man-to-man on our 4 wideouts, and we could take advantage of that matchup.
And one thing the offensive line is doing a really good job of so far, Jim, is giving Mills time to get comfortable and throw the football. But you can tell he's been coached up to say, hey, make your decisions a little bit quicker. And Mills is moving the Indians now, trying to find a way to possibly tie this game, maybe even take a lead. So Mills with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Set to throw. Throws out to Jamel Thomas. He dives in. Does he get it? No, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So Thomas with the reception, great extra effort to try to get that one, stretch it across the end zone. Stepped out of bounds as he started to stretch. So a pickup of 11 moves the chains. First and goal to go here from the 4 for the Indians. So ICC quickly back to the line of scrimmage, bringing in Trey Towns as an extra blocker in the backfield. Waddington is your running back, gets it. He's going to try to bully his way forward, and nothing doing there as the Bulldogs ready for that one. As he does gain 2 on the play, gets the ball down to about the 2, maybe 3 yard line. We'll see where they officially spot it. And it looks like it is going to be at the 2 yard line, so the Indians now will have it second and goal from the 2. Trailing this contest 13-6. Now Quay Tucker coming in the backfield. He is the only running back there. There is a flag down, however. Tucker is shy of the end zone, gets inside the 1 yard line. And we'll see what the flag is here. It was thrown before. The play was not called dead. So we'll see what it appears to be against Holmes, maybe all sides.
All sides. And we should take that penalty. Get another down here, Adam.
And the referee has not signaled yet.
On the defense. Now fish for the goal.
Good decision that time as the ball was stopped shy of the touchdown. Offsides was the call. And so now the Indians will be back. It looks like this time it's going to be Hiram Waddington taking the direct snap. Waddington takes the snap. There's going to be another flag down. Waddington goes into the end zone. And they say touchdown. We'll see if this is going to be offsides again on the Bulldogs. And it is, so this one will be declined. Touchdown ICC.
Waddington, right?
Yes, Hiram Waddington on a 2 yard touchdown run. Penalty is declined, so Waddington will go into the end zone. And now ICC will come out and a chance to tie it with the extra point. Well, ICC fans, buckle in. This could be a wild one tonight as both these teams slugging it out. Back and forth in this one, awaiting the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 13-13 is your score here with 7:41 to go until halftime. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to action. 13-13 after that 2 yard touchdown run by Hiram Waddington on the Wild Apache play, if you will. So that will be another First American National Bank kickoff coming up here for the Indians. 13-13 is your score about halfway through the second quarter here. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram, proud to bring you this action here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan, your new home for ICC Athletics. And we're waiting this kick from Comer as he's going to jog up and step into it. Deep kick is going to be taken about the 7 yard line by the Bulldogs, trying to get up the middle of the field, looking for a block. Slips off a tackle out across the 35 yard line before he's brought down. And a nice return there for the Bulldogs, as that was number 7, Caleb Roebuck, a 6'2", 208-pound linebacker.
Pretty good speed for a linebacker.
Out of Savannah, Alabama. Jim, we were trying to talk about it during the timeout there. The Indians able to move the ball at will via the air. The Bulldogs doing a pretty good job moving it on the ground, so it could be one of these games where who can protect the football or maybe just who has the ball last on who's going to figure out who to win this thing.
You're right, Adam. The defenses need to settle down on both teams, and maybe some turnovers will be important in this ball game.
Quarterback keeper this time elects to keep it. There is a flag down in the middle of the pile up there as he gets out to the 40-yard line. Will be a gain of 5 if the play stands. But as we said, that we'll see if the play stands here. C.J. Adams checking in saying he loves the Wild Apache. So we'll see what the play is going to be here. Shot block on the offense, and that's going to back them up a little bit more here.
Whoo, 15 yards.
So that's going to be a big march off from the previous spot as well.
From the 35 back to the 20, it'd be 1st and 25 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and when you run that triple option, I mean, you don't have a whole lot of plays in your repertoire to be able to kind of pick up that 15 yards. So, you know, you can still pick it up in chunks here. But, heck, if the way we saw Martavius Deal earlier in the speed he has, you want to locate him if he's on the field right now. I don't see him. Or, no, excuse me, Dylan Kelly. And he's out there.
Deal's pretty fast also.
Yeah. So they've got some speed to burn. Man in motion for the Bulldogs. They're looking to pass. They ask who they're looking for. Is the man over the middle, and it's a tip ball, and the Indians break that one up nicely, as that was number 5, B.J. Williams, coming in. And I tell you what, Jim, that's where they were looking. Dylan Kelly, we talked about it, 5'7", and if he's 5'7", judging from up here, I'm about 5'10". But, yeah, they were looking for the speedy wide receiver. He was there. Great job by B.J. Williams coming across to break up that pass.
2nd and 15. We're all tied 13 apiece. 7:07 left in the second quarter. ICC 13, Holmes 13.
So 2nd down and halfway back to Grenada right now for the Bulldogs. They break the huddle. India's defense has a great opportunity to get the ball back for their offense in good field position if they can hold here. Hayes is your quarterback. He's going to give the dive up the middle to the running back. That's going to be number 1, Brackett, and he just stumbles forward for a gain of about 5 on the play. Solid pickup there. But now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 20 situation here. And so now, Jim, going to be an interesting play call here for the Bulldogs. And when you run that triple option, you don't have a whole lot of plays to be able to go for it on a 3rd down and 20 situation.
You think they'd pass, Adam? We got them backed up there at 25. By the way, B.J. Williams came up secondary, made a great hit then to make the tackle.
Yep. Jesse Wilson is the quarterback on this drive. I think I said it was Hayes earlier, but it's actually Jesse Wilson in on this drive, a 5'9" quarterback out of Vicksburg. So 3rd down and long here for the Bulldogs. Man in motion. Play action fake, dropping back to pass. Indians coming in, missing the first time, getting the second time, though. A big-time sonic sack there for the Indians.
Good job by the Indians. 2 men got back there, Adam. He was going to unload it and throw it deep. He didn't have time to set his feet. Good job by the defense stopping them.
Yeah, the Indians come on a little delayed blitz that time. Didn't have a chance to get it away. Drops him back for a big-time loss. 4th down and all the way back to Batesville now. If you travel up 55, well, let's call it Winona instead of Batesville. But 4th down and long here. 32. 4th down and 32. Will be punting out of his end zone here. Will be the Bulldogs for this Little Caesars punt. Snapback's a good one. Pressure coming by the Indians. Nearly blocked the kick. ICC is going to let clear out of the way, and the Indians will get great field position as the ball is going to die at about the 43-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. And they're actually going to put it at the 44. Either way, the Indians have good field position here. Great job by that defense. First off, on the chop block is what sent them behind the chains. When you run that triple option, you really can't afford to be in those situations.
Yes, 1st and 25, but we didn't let them get the yardage, Adam. Our defense stood up, made a great sack there, got great field position. Second quarter, 5:30 left in the second quarter, all tied up. Holmes 13, ICC 13, but we've got the ball 1st and 10 at their 44-yard line.
Yeah, the Indians have been able to throw the ball well. Looks like they're going to line up in that Wild Apache one more time here, instead to start the down here for ICC. Man in motion. It's going to be a give to Watkins. Now Watkins looking to throw. Goes downfield, nobody there. Wisely throws it out of bounds. So Indians going a little bit of trickery that time.
It's a good time to do it, Adam. 1st and 10, great field position, trying to catch them off guard. Give Holmes credit. They played good defense. Just an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was a handoff to Watkins. Watkins threw downfield, nobody there, so didn't try to force it that time. Wisely just threw it out of bounds. Staying in the Wild Apache now as Deshaun Dinkins comes in with Quay Tucker still in that quarterback position, and he's going to give it to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to get to the outside now, cuts up the middle, lowers his head, gets across the 40. And a big-time run there for Dinkins as he just bullied over the top of a Bulldog, and he's going to have the ball out to about the 38-yard line. So it's going to be a third down and reasonable situation here. What do you want to call that, 3rd down and 4, Jim?
3rd and 4. We got 2 tight ends in, Adam. Got the jumbo package, as I call it.
Mills comes back in at quarterback here for ICC. 3rd down and 4. Bulldogs bunching in here, trying to put pressure on. ICC now is going to check. Well, one thing they do is when they do show blitz, if you can get that snap off, they're off sides pretty consistently. Dinkins gets the carry. Going to try to lower his head. Going to try to fight forward. Still fighting forward, and is eventually going to be dropped. And a gain of 2 on the play. So decision-making time right now, Jim, is going to be a 4th and a long 2 for ICC. It looks like they are going to bring out the punting unit here for the Indians.
Adam, it's tied up. It's early in the ball game. Good decision. Let's pin them back deep.
Jim, one thing, Deshaun Dinkins is still in as the up man.
Oh, okay.
For the Indians.
Okay.
4th and 2. If you can snap it, you can catch the Bulldogs with too many men on the field. No, they do not get the snap off in time. And this is going to be stepping into the kick. And if the Indians can get down there, they can bend them pretty deep. They takes a friendly roll, and ICC stops it inside the 1.
Great job. Did he mark it at the 1-yard line?
He does. And that's Thomas
Cox. Smart football play.
The long snapper getting down there. And Jim, you talked about the smart football play. You have to establish possession of the football before it's dead. So if you touch it at the 1, if it continues to roll into the end zone, that's a touchback. But you saw what Thomas did there. He dove for the football and put his body between the ball and the end zone. The only way it's getting in the end zone if it jumped over him.
Great play by Thomas Cox. And we've got all 3 timeouts, Adam. We've got 4:09 left until halftime. We're tied up 13 apiece. If we can make them go 3 and out, use a timeout, and get great field position here.
Let's get a safety instead.
That's nice.
So 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line. Dive up the middle. Did the Indians get it? No, they're going to give him forward progress. Not a whole lot of it, though.
He might have got 2 inches.
And maybe even lost a little bit of yardage. They did have the ball at the 1, so they're going to keep it at the 1.
2nd and 10, 3:50 left in halftime, 13-13, Holmes and ICC, and Holmes is backed up on their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, so a big time of the game right here for the Bulldogs. 13-13 is your score. ICC and Holmes deep in the second quarter. Bulldogs with it now. 2nd and 10 from the 1-yard line. Wilson, your quarterback. Going to send a man in motion. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time by Wilson. He's got the first down, then a late option. That's holding big time there down the field. They're not going to call it. Are you serious? That play right there is opened up because of holding on the offense on the wide receiver.
No flag.
Let's go back and look at that, folks. You see it plain as day. Watch right here on the bottom of your screen. The wide receiver grabbing number 18 right there at the 20-yard line. Does not let him go. The referees miss a blatant hold call. That turns into a 99-yard touchdown run.
Dylan
Kelly, great job running the option as he pitched it way downfield, but holding not being called there, and that could be big for the Indians later on in the ball game. Yeah, you saw it on the replay. No question about that one. 3:10 to go now. 19-13 is your score. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 20-13 now is your score. 3:10 to play. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Welcome back out of the timeout. The PA announcer says 99 1/2 yards, thanks to a holding call that was missed. Yeah, you saw the replay there if you're watching on letsgoicctv.com. I'll tell you what, it's a perfect opportunity to remind you about one of our sponsors, Kegel Eye Center. The referees need to go ahead and call Kegel Eye Center to set up their appointment.
And they need it, right?
Yeah, they need it. They need it some kind of bad. They can give a call at 662-862-EYES. That's 862-EYES 3937. Or they can just simply go to 402 Access Road in Fulton, KegelEyeCenter.com, because they for sure need their eyes checked. So this First American National Bank kickoff coming here for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be taken at about the 5-yard line by ICC. Out across the 20. Now cuts back over the middle, follows the block, gets across the 30, down to about the 35-yard line. We're going to be a first down and 10 situation here for the Indians. Well, Jim, that's just part of the game. The referees are human, just like players can't execute the plays perfectly. Referees tend to miss some plays as well.
I know it's hard to believe you not even make mistakes every now and then.
Exactly. So the Indians have to shake that off and see if they can drive back down and find a way to tie this up.
I'll make a mistake about every 3 or 4 seconds. But like you said, they missed the call, Adam. It's in the back mirror. You got to forget about it. We got 3 timeouts. We got the ball. Good field position. Let's go down the field. 3 minutes till halftime.
So first down and 10 here for the Indians. The ball is at the 36-yard line. A nice return by the Indians, and there's going to be a flag down. Looks like this is going to be motion on ICC. Well, I guess since they didn't throw a flag on the return, they felt like they owed us one. Well, actually, they owe us one about 10 minutes or 5 minutes ago on a holding penalty they clearly missed. But either way it goes, it's going to back the Indians up now. So it'll be a first down and 15 with the ball at the 31-yard line. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll talk to Coach Rick Collier, Coach Andy Kirk about the ICC fall ball for baseball and softball. Also hear from the ICC All-American Band. Slant route, pass is complete. And he's going to be hit and dropped as that pass was complete to Brown that time. A solid pickup. Gets up the penalty yardage and about 2 more. So a gain of 7 and a late flag coming in.
And I don't know who that's on, Adam.
So we're going to wait and see on this one here.
I think it's on them. I think been a little talking going on. I believe it's a personal foul on Holmes. 15 yards, be first and 10 Indians.
Ooh, that's going to be big if it's against the Bulldogs there. The referees talking this one over here, and that's what they're going to do.
Number 33 is the defense. 15-yard penalty. His first unsportsmanlike ball game.
So his first unsportsmanlike penalty, that's on Kendrick Haynes, a freshman linebacker out of Mobile, Alabama. And, Jim, that hurts the Bulldogs there. Instead of it being a second down and long situation, the Indians now will have it first and 10 at the 46-yard line on the positive side of the 50.
We're down 20-13, 2:47 left to halftime, and we have all 3 timeouts.
So the Indians with the ball now. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here at the bottom. There is a tight end / fullback into the game. That's Trey Towns. I believe that's Waddington in the backfield with Mills. Mills looking to throw, plenty of time. Hit as he released. And short arms it, falls incomplete. Pressure coming in that time by number 33, Kendrick Hayes, who was just called for that personal foul penalty, coming in with a big-time hit there on Mills.
Just didn't have time, couldn't follow through on the throw. Second and 10. We got the ball at Holmes' 46-yard line. 2:36 left in halftime. Holmes 20, ICC 13.
This time ICC goes with 3 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here at the bottom of your screen for those watching on Let's Go ICC TV. Mills, your quarterback. Running back in the backfield with him, I believe that's Deshaun Dinkins. No, excuse me, that's Waddington that's in the backfield now. As Mills getting set to throw, high snap, bobbles it around for a second. Now he's going to try to tuck and run on his own. Breaks off a tackle, now gets up across the middle of the field, looking for some blocks. Clark Mills just kind of diving his way out to the 25-yard line. Mills didn't know where to go, wanted to slide half the time, but Mills coming in with a big-time run there for the Indians.
About a 20-yard gain, first and 10 Indians on the 25 of Holmes, moving the football. Great job by Clark Mills weaving down the field.
You see the Little Caesars instant replay there as Mills just picking up every bit of positive yardage he could, gets the ball out now. And ICC has it first down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 24-yard line. Good play that time by Mills. So Mills in at quarterback one more time. Play action fake, pumps fakes. Now he's going to try to roll, has a man coming in from behind. There is a flag down in the area of holding. So Mills that time just did not hear the footsteps behind him, and holding is going to be the call on the Indians.
Good job by the linebacker. Luke Wilson, the sophomore linebacker from Mante made the tackle.
Yep.
Mante.
And so that is holding on the Indians.
40. Number 9 on the offense. 10 yards.
And so that's going to back them up 10 yards from the previous spot. So it'll be a first down and 20 situation now here for the Indians. So 2 running backs in the backfield now as Dinkins comes from the sideline to join Waddington in the backfield. 2 receivers near side. Jamel Thomas all alone up top for ICC. Mills still your quarterback. First down and 20 here. ICC trailing 20-13 late in the second quarter. Pressure coming. Dinkins gets the pass, lowers his head, dragging a guy downfield. Gets a lot of that penalty yardage back. And it's going to bring up a second down, and we'll call it 11 situation there. Good job by Clark Mills. Knew there was going to be pressure coming off the corner. Stayed with it. Sidearm pass out to Dinkins. Solid pickup of 8 on the play.
Good job. Second down, 2nd and 12. Indians moving. The clock stopped, went out of bounds. A minute 46 till halftime. ICC 13, Holmes 20. ICC driving with the football. We got all 3 timeouts, Adam.
So the Indians would love to find pay dirt here pretty soon for the Indians. Try to tie this thing up going into halftime. Mills gets the snap. Back to throw. Zips it out there. Passes complete to Watkins. Watkins slips off a tackle. Now goes forward. Picks up the first down. And will move the chains. Nicely done that time by Austin Watkins. Ran a circle. Moves the chains for another first down. Being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
Good job. Watkins with the catch. Good throw by Clark Mills. 1st and 10. Indians marking the ball at the 12-yard line of Holmes.
So ICC will have it here. First down and 10 from the 12. Indians trying to find a way to tie up this contest. 20-13. Bulldogs with the lead. Jim, how much time's left?
Minute 30 left at halftime.
So the Indians still with plenty of time to work with 3 timeouts. Mills looking to throw. Jump ball corner of the end zone. Goes up. Reels it in. Touchdown, Indians.
Did you get who caught that ball?
I'll have to look on the replay here, but I believe it was Austin Watkins.
I do too.
It was Watkins going up and hauling in that 12-yard touchdown pass for ICC, and we've got anything you can do, I could do better so far in this contest. Awaiting this extra point attempt here from Comer. A chance to tie it up here.
Minute 15 left at halftime, Adam.
So this is going to be number 89. Caleb Comer. The snap's low. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So Comer ties this up now at 20 with a minute 15 to go until halftime. We'll take a break, hear a word from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here from Caleb Comer. First American National Bank reminding you, follow the flag with locations located from Iuka to Tupelo.
Adam, we've had 6 touchdowns already in the first half.
And they have gotten plenty of love tonight on these kickoffs. This
no doubt about
First American National Bank kickoff is fumbled at the 9-yard line. Holmes is going to go back and pick it up, trying to find somewhere to run. Slips past one tackle. Bobbin weaving his way through and gets out shy of the 20-yard line. Jim, good coverage that time by the Indians, because a lot of times when you see guys fumble the ball, they tend to over-cover, but the Indians recovered nicely and stopped him at the 19-yard line.
Good job by the Indians. You mentioned, Adam, 1st and 10 Holmes. The ball's at the 19. We're all tied up, 20 apiece. A minute 7 left in the halftime. I think they'll be very conservative here with the ball back inside their 20 and try to run the clock out and go in the halftime tied.
Yeah, well, you want to find out where Dylan Kelly is if he's on the field. I do not see him out there, but that doesn't mean he's hiding behind somebody. First down and 10. The ball is at the 19-yard line here for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a keeper here. Now they're going to try to pitch in the backfield. It's going to go out of bounds. Boy, I tell you what, that's one thing you can do right there. If you can figure out the option and take away, or kind of smother the option, if you will. You take away that pitch zone, and that time you see Jesse Wilson coming up saying, yeah, that's on me, coach. Boy, if that ball could have took a friendly bounce and the Indians recovered it, that could have been big time there with ICC having the ball with 3 timeouts remaining.
All right, Adam, the ball went out of bounds. That stops the clock, correct?
It should, and if anything, I think it's also going to basically pick them up a yard after the fumble.
And they're marking the ball. We might think about using our timeouts here with 1:02 left in the halftime if we stop them on the second down play. We got 3.
Absolutely.
Let's don't burn them. Let's go ahead and use them.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 now after the ball did advance on the fumble. And it's going to be given to the, quarterback's going to keep it. Got a block in front of him, trying to get to the outside, and it's going to be a big pickup there. Great read that time by Jesse Wilson. Everybody but Jesse Wilson, the wide receiver, thought the dive was the carry that time.
Had it also, and that changes momentum. Now, Holmes thinks about using their timeouts. They got 2 timeouts left. They got the ball at midfield. 50 seconds left to halftime.
They mark the ball back to the 49-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10. Indians defense needs to find a way to get a stop here. A turnover would be great. Pitch back now, out to the outside, trying to stretch it out wide. And he's going to get across the 40-yard line. And I tell you what, the Bulldogs picking it up in chunks right now. And that's going to be another 1st down for Holmes.
At the 37, the ICC, 36 seconds left to halftime. They're not using their timeout now. Referee starting the clock. It's running.
So the Bulldogs will have it now, 1st and 10. The ball is going to be at the 37-yard line. And this time the quarterback keeps, tosses it forward, and the running back is trying to find a block here on the opposite side, trying to reverse the field, and he does. And, boy, that was a big-time tackle there by number 21 for the Indians, Derek Pointer. And that running back went down awkwardly and is shaken up on the play. And Holmes is going to take a timeout. Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. 20-20 is your score. We're going to take the break with them and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers. Layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. 20-20 is your score. 16 seconds left on the clock here. Holmes just took a timeout. See if they might try to chunk one to the end zone. Jim, the player you pointed at, I'm looking at as well, number 11, Dylan Kelly. You got to know where he is on the field right now. He's lined up in the backfield for the Bulldogs. So the ball is at the 28-yard line. Holmes with it. Possibly 2 more plays left in the contest here. They're going to drop back to pass, looking to throw. He's got a man on the far side of the field. Jump ball. Batted around and knocked to the turf. Nicely done on the far side of the field that time. I believe that was number 16, Tyrese Quinn. Had a chance to pick that one off, Jim. And I tell you what, if he did, there was a whole lot of green grass in front of him, but a good job of just batting it to the turf and making sure didn't have a chance to get it off the deflection.
Good job by Quinn. 9 seconds left in the halftime. Holmes has got the ball at our 28-yard line. They got 1 timeout left, so maybe a chance for 2 more plays. Might try to set it up in the middle of the field and try a long field goal. We'll see.
He did show a pretty impressive leg earlier in the contest, even though he missed a chip shot. So we'll see what the Bulldogs elect to do here. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Dylan Kelly, the speedster, is more at the wingback. And they're going to try to roll out the pass. Pump fake now. Dials it long. He's got a man. And then broken up one more time. Tyrese Quinn coming in there, breaking that one up big time. Great recovery by Tyrese. It looked like he might have been a little bit of confusion on who was to have the deep man that time. Quinn hustled back and was able to get there. And it was also a big hit on Jesse Wilson as he let the ball go, and he's shaking up on the play.
Adam, they're going to try a long field goal. We're going to say this is going to be roughly 45 yards. 3 seconds left in the halftime.
And this is going to be Connor McKay on to attempt this kick here. We saw it, ICC blocked 4 kicks last week. See if the Indians try to just set up and maybe see if they might be trying for a fake movement at the line of scrimmage. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. So the Indians defense holds. No flags down. We're going to go into halftime tied at 20-20. So we're going to go into our Little Caesars halftime report. And Mr. Jim, your thoughts on the first half?
Wild first half. Well played ball game. Both teams performing well, as you mentioned. 20-20 at halftime. Adam, we're throwing the ball very well. Give Clark Mills and receivers credit and offensive line giving us time to throw it. And I'm going to be honest, we're open. And we need to keep on throwing the football. We'll find a way to stop their offense. So I feel good about the second half. Keep on doing what you're doing offensively, and the defense needs to tighten up. Don't give up those big plays. we'll find a way to win this ball game.
Absolutely. Take a look at some of those Little Caesars instant replays from the first half of play. Jim, I know you got some of that scoring update throughout the first half. We saw one of those touchdowns, a 9-yard touchdown pass to Jamel Thomas. Talk to us about the Sonic scoring.
Son, a lot of action here in the second quarter. Of course, started the ball game 6-0 ICC. Clark Mills, Jamel Thomas for 9 yards. Then in the second quarter, the wild second quarter, a 26-yard pass from Hayes to Deal. Extra point good, 7-6 Holmes. Also in the second quarter, 9:37 left, 68 yards. Hayes to Kelly, made it 13-6 Holmes. We answered with 7:41 left in the second quarter. 2-yard run by Wallington. Extra point good by Comer, made it 13-13. And then Holmes had the long 99-yard run by Dylan Kelly with 3:10 left in the second quarter, made a 20-13 score. Then with a minute 15 left in halftime, Mills hit Watkins for 12 yards, ties this game up 20-20. That's where we stand at halftime.
And that's your score here at the half. We'll take a break and come back with Little Caesars halftime report right after this. 2020 ICC and Holmes at the half.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
All right, Coach, in the middle of the fall ball season right now, just coming off that big weekend at Ole Miss, just talk about right now just some of the early goals for the fall ball season.
Fall is all for us of getting the kids, to build trust, where we can get trust in them to see who we can count on come February whenever we start our real games, and just getting out there, getting everybody on the same page. This year we got 17 new players, so it's been a lot of adjustment, a lot of teaching going on right now.
Well, let's go back to the Ole Miss weekend. You played UNA and Ole Miss, both Division I programs. Got a lot of valuable experience in those two games.
Yes, exactly. We had 20 innings, 10 innings against UNA, and then we got the opportunity to sit there and watch them play Ole Miss, and then we played Ole Miss 10 innings, and we hung with both of them. Very talented Division I programs, a lot of good pitching, but I thought our kids competed well, didn't have a whole lot of strikeouts, and for the most part, we played really good defense. I think in both games we figured out yesterday that we had 5 shutout innings in each individual game, which is very good. That's something to build on defensively, and then, like I said, some quality at bat. So we're looking forward to big things out of this team.
Well, Coach, you got a good bit of sophomores coming back. Talk about their leadership during fall ball.
They've done a great job. 8 sophomores. Olivia Burns, pitcher, coming back, expecting a lot out of her. Macy Cox, DP for us, and Sam Conley was our catcher. So, having a pitcher, catcher, and DP right there that played a lot, and then you got Rachel Sternisha and Joanna Vasquez that played a lot of short and third. So we had 5 kids play a lot for us last year, and they've been very valuable to help bring these younger ones around, because some of the young ones are going to step in and play for us.
All right, Coach, let's talk about the rest of fall ball. I know you've got a big alumni event coming up as well.
Yes, we will. October the 10th, we'll host Calhoun here, Community College of Alabama. We'll play 2 doubleheaders and or 2 7-inning games, and then we'll have a 5-inning situational game. So that'll be the only home date we have. Then we turn around that next weekend, October 20th, and we'll have our first ever alumni games. We need everybody to sign up. Anybody wants to come, we'll get them lunch, we'll get them a T-shirt, everything. Just sign up online, or email me or Coach Thompson, and we'll get them signed up. Then we go over to Alabama Huntsville, great Division II program. We'll play them, Alabama A&M, and Wallace State played the national tournament last year for Division I junior colleges. So we'll really get tested there, and then we finish October 28th at Mississippi State with a doubleheader against SEC school there. So it'll be interesting to see how this team improves over the next month.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us, and good luck throughout the rest of the fall.
As always, we appreciate you guys, and roll Tribe.
Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Well, Coach, fall ball's underway. Guys been getting after it, I know, but just talk about how fall ball's going for you and the guys so far.
It's going really well. It's a big time for us. We got some new faces in, but we got a lot of sophomores back, and it just gives us a chance to evaluate all the talent that we have and positions that they play and people that we need to move around and what our pitchers can do. And it's just a great time of the year that you can get out there and work on the fundamentals of baseball and just kind of see what you got.
Now, you've had some game situations. I know you hosted Calhoun here, and then y'all went to Delta State as well. Just talk a little bit about those two outings that you had.
Yes, the state allows us 4 dates to play outside competition, and we played a triple header against Calhoun. We try to utilize those dates and get as many innings in as we can and give everybody a chance to play. And they're good competition year in and year out. They always right there in the top in community colleges in Alabama, and they're a good group to play. And then we went to Delta State and played some in-state guys. We played Kahoma and Colin, and as you know, anybody in-state will push you for wins, and they're all good, and everybody's competitive. The league is unreal, and it just helps us see, and we space out innings for the pitchers, and we get everybody some innings, and hitters, we change up lineups, and it's fun to watch them compete for jobs.
All right, well, you said you do have a lot of sophomores back, which as a coach I know is a great thing, but talk about some of the new guys and how they've responded to their first fall ball.
Some of them are like a deer in headlights. It's an eye-opener when you start to compete against some of these junior college teams and compete against our offense. We have a good team, and we got most of our guys are back, and they get up there, the freshmen start trying to compete against our guys, and it's an eye-opener. You learn you need to hit spots, learn to pitch, change speeds, disrupt timing and rhythm, and it really helps them to see what they need to do. We've got a couple guys from South Tilla doing well, Pate Phillips and Hank White. They throwing the ball extremely well. You got to pick up from here in Fulton. Lane Domino has really opened my eyes. He's showing he's wanting to play. He works hard and had a big day at Delta State against Colin to help us win that ball game. He had 4 hits just the other day in inter squad, so he's going to be a utility type guy. He can play second and he can play outfield. Got a new pickup in from Arkansas State, Austin Powell. A really good defensive catcher. We're trying to work a little bit on his hitting. He's going to be a good one. Shortstop from Hendersonville, Tennessee. He can really pick it. He can play some defense. He's a big asset to us. He could jump in there in that starting role. He and Braden Ellis are bidding for time, but it makes some moves. We can make some moves. We can put Krieger at third and Bunch at third, Krieger at second. I mean, they're all putting some competition on each other, and it's just a good time to watch, and they're trying to win jobs.
Okay, we'll talk about how you're going to wrap up fall ball. We'll talk about the upcoming schedule and practices and stuff.
Well, we got 2.5 more weeks. We will go to Belhaven. They play at Smithwills Stadium tomorrow. We have Pearl River and Mississippi Delta. Then we will go to Southern Miss and play. We got Gulf Coast and Jones that day. Then we'll wrap up with a steak and beans series. We'll play a doubleheader on Monday, doubleheader on Tuesday, and one game on Wednesday if needed, the best of 5 series. But it's getting close to the end, and then we'll get into our extensive weight room program and running program, conditioning program. But I really, really like our chances with this group of guys.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck the rest of the fall, and look forward to seeing you in the spring.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Etowama Community College is proud to present to you the 2018 ICC All-American Marching Band. We are thrilled to perform for you this year's program, which is entitled Icons of Pop, featuring music by some of the most popular artists of our time. We open our show this evening with Lady Gaga's 2013 hit song, Applause. And now the ICC All-American Marching Band. And now the show continues with the music of Justin Timberlake, featuring our sabers, percussion, and the low, low brass.
Forget about that every time I step on. I ain't even reflect. I really. Tell them I did it. I'm gonna say I did it. I'm hoping to it.
That's a hard
We now feature our woodwind section, color guard, and our Indianette dancers with Ed Sheeran's 2014 hit Sing and Britney Spears' 2004 hit song Toxic.
so off the. Be like, hey, but like low key.
And now we close this year's production with an arrangement of Bruno Mars' 2016 hit funk tune, Turn. That boy can play. Avery Head, Haleyville, Alabama. Time to let loose and have some fun, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 ICC All-American Marching Band. Drum majors for the ICC All-American Marching Band are Sidney Frank.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. And welcome back. We're just moments away from the start of the third quarter here with the First American National Bank kickoff. ICC will be kicking it off to Holmes to start the second half. Jim, before we do that, just your thoughts on the first half and maybe some adjustments the Indians can make defensively in the second half.
Well played first half, Adam. 20-20. A lot of touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, 3 for each team. We need to adjust to their pitch man. You know, we let them get outside on this option. If we can shut that down, shut the quarterback down, the pitch man, I feel good about us moving the football. They have yet to stop our passing game. I look for us to continue to throw the football.
Absolutely. Before we kick this off with the First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half, got to give a quick shout-out. Dean Birchfield checking in, enjoying the halftime show of the ICC All-American Band. And I tell you what, I miss Dean every day when we go eat lunch. A great, great friend of the program, great person for the college, and we hope Dean's doing well. So getting set for the kick here from Caleb Comer, the First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half is going to be angled towards the sideline and is actually going to go out of bounds. Not the start you were looking for there if you're ICC. And so Holmes will have pretty good field position to start the second half.
No doubt. They'll be at the 35-yard line, I believe, to start this drive.
Also, want to give a shout-out Annabelle Bunch. She's been under the weather a little bit this past week, and want to extend our thoughts and prayers to our good buddy Annabelle. Hopefully her and her family are watching in good graces back there in North Mississippi. So, Annabelle, get well soon, my dear.
That's right. Get well soon. We need you to get healthy, dear.
So, it's going to be a first down and 10. The ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line for the Bulldogs. Your score 20-20 as we start the third quarter of play. Also want to say a special hello to Mr. Tom Childs, a proud longtime listener to ICC Athletics. So first down and 10, ball at the 35. Give is going to be to the first man through, and that's going to be number 35 for the Bulldogs, and a big pickup there. Terry Bryant, pick up about 7 on the play. And I'll tell you what, Terry Bryant, when he looks like he's shot out of the rocket every time he gets the football.
He did, and he's had some tough sledding, being that first man up front, the tailback or fullback. 220, powerful running, low to the ground, got a 7-yard carry then.
Renaissance Bank scoreboard update for those that might want to know. They're in the bottom of the 10th. Milwaukee, Colorado tied at 2. And just starting, L.A., the Dodgers leading Atlanta 1-0. So second down, and let's call that 3 situation, maybe 4. So the Bulldogs with it, running that triple option. And the give going to be to the tailback one more time. He breaks through, picks up the first down, dragging Indians down the field, almost down to the opposite 45, and a big-time carry there by Terry Bryant. And I'll tell you what, that was a big boy run there, Jim.
Good run by Terry Bryant. We're looking for the quarterback. Like I said, we got to stop. They gave it to the fullback up front. Got positive yardage, first and 10 Holmes at ICC's 46-yard line. Just starting the second half, 14 minutes left in the third quarter. We're all tied apiece, 20-20.
We'll give you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates after this play. First down and 10. Ball is going to be at the 46-yard line here for the Bulldogs. And the give once again is going to be to Bryant, and Bryant just bullying his way forward. A nice pickup. Actually, they say the ball came free. Do the Indians have it? Waiting for the official to signal. Yes, they do. The Indians get the turnover. Trying to see if they officially signal. They
looks like
it. Yes.
Dalton Combs has the ball out here on the other 40-yard line. Give it to the referee, Dalton. First and 10 Indians.
Well, it was questionable if Dalton was going to be able to play tonight due to an illness, and I tell you what, he came in with a big-time play there, and now there's a flag down well after the play here. Don't know if that's just going to be a marker to where the ball is, and no, they're going to say and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Bulldogs as well. So insult to injury as they're going to mark the ball forward 15 yards. So the Indians are going to get good field position here. Jim, that's what we talked about. It could either be the first team that gets to 40 wins or a team that protects the football better than the other. And that was a big-time play there for the Indians.
Great play. Holmes was driving. Now we got excellent field position at Holmes' 42-yard line. 13:40 left in the third quarter. ICC 20, Holmes 20.
Indians in that wild Apache set here. 5 receivers wide. This time Watkins goes in motion. It's going to be a keeper right up the middle. This is Quay Tucker. Tucker's got speed to burn. Out across the 20, spins down to the 15-yard line, and a big-time pickup there for the Indians.
Keep him in the game. He earned some yardage there. Good running, first and 10. Tucker, quarterback draw, great blocking up front. Big boy package, 2 tight ends. Big fullback inside. We're leaving Tucker in.
Tucker does stay into that wild Apache set. Man in motion, and a fake on the give this time. Tucker to the outside, gets a corner, gets a block from Thomas. Touchdown, Indians. Jamel Thomas sprung that one big time for the Indians. And Tucker, 2 touches and a touchdown.
Adam, there's great blocking. Tucker doesn't even get touched on that carry. 15-yard run, great blocking up front. We found something there, running the football. You know, I said we're going to come out and throw the football. I'm wrong. I admit it. And we came down and ran the football. Great job by the Indians. 26-20 Indians, extra point pending.
I want to look at that touchdown play again. I want to give credit to those 2 offensive linemen for ICC. I know one of them was Cameron Orr that came out and made a big block. The kick, as the snap was bobbled for a second, the kick is up and good for ICC. We'll keep it here since we just came out of that timeout. 27-0 is your score. But let's look back at that play one more time,
How
Jim.
far was that, Adam?
That is going to be a 15-yard touchdown run. And I did not pick up the other lineman. I really want to give credit where credit is due on that play, Jim. You mentioned it. Yeah, it's going to be number 67, Willis, coming out on that play as well. So Cameron Orr and Willis, you don't get to talk about offensive linemen that often, but that time both those guys just muscled up, stopped their guy, and come up with a big stop there for ICC.
Adam, we only took a minute and a half off the clock. As we mentioned, 13-18 left in the third quarter, 27-20 ICC.
Yeah, that turnover by the Bulldogs, recovered by Dalton Combs, and Roadhouse coming up with a big play there. And it turned into a big pair of runs by Quay Tucker. Took it to the house, and now ICC leads it 27-20. And we'll have another First American National Bank kickoff coming here for the Indians.
Adam, you know, that was 44 yards in 2 plays, and it was all Tucker. And, of course, offensive line blocking.
Jamel Thomas also throwing a nice block downfield for the wide receiver. I tell you what, that kid's stock is rising in a hurry. If any D1 or bigger programs are out there looking, they're licking their chops to get a kid like Jamel Thomas next season. So First American National Bank kick coming from Caleb Comer. He just kicked it off to start the quarter. This time, a nice kick is going to be taken at the 10-yard line by the Bulldogs. Going to try to get to the opposite side of the field. Up the middle, springs one to the outside, stiff arms, and a beautiful open field tackle that time by number 18. That's going to be Cortez Davis. If Davis doesn't make that tackle, Bulldogs are taking that one to the house.
That's the linebacker again. He's got good speed, number 7.
He really does.
He runs well.
Surely, now they don't have 2 number 7s, so Caleb Roebuck, a 6'2", 208 linebacker out of Sylvania, Alabama. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Let's take a look at some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates. Gulf Coast leading Southwest 28-7. That's at halftime. Delta leading Northeast 17-3. That's at halftime in Boonville. You've got third quarter score. Colin leading 21-14 over East Central. Quarterback keeper on the option this time. Going to try to stretch it outside. The Indians are there. Nicely done by the Indians. Coming out and making the play that time, that was that's Cortez Davis again. Davis, who made the tackle on the return, going to come up and do a good job of recognizing the option. Comes out, makes the shoestring tackle on the very speedy Dylan Kelly.
Great job, and I think he lost a yard. 2nd and 11, and we need to mention, give Holmes credit. I think Martavius Deal's out for the ball game. He got injured right before halftime, number 3, and I don't see him on the field. And to be honest, that helps the Indians. I hate he's injured. I hope he's going to be okay.
East Mississippi leading Northwest 27-6. That's in the third quarter. Quarterback hit as he tried to get the exchange. Going to try to break it to the outside. Goes forward. And a big-time pickup there. Momentum carries out to the 50. That picks up the first down, as that was Reggie Hayes that time at quarterback. And, Jim, that went from a busted play to a gain of 12 when they needed 11 for the first down.
You know, Hayes is in at quarterback. Jesse Wilson got banged up also right before halftime. Let's see if he gets to play later.
Well, when they do need to pass, it's typically Wilson that does come in those situations. Hayes, still your quarterback. First down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. The ball at midfield. ICC cashed in on a turnover on the Bulldogs' first drive. They lead it now 27-20 here early in the third quarter. Bulldogs with it. Play clock down to 3 seconds. Get the snap off with 1. Handoff is going to be Bryant, the first man through, and Bryant is a load to take down. Solid pickup of 4 on the play that time by Bryant. Terry Bryant, 5'11", 220 out of Prentice. Very impressed with him as a tailback. He is just one of those guys that likes to load up and just smash people when he runs, Jim.
Like you said, Adam, got 4 yards. 2nd down, 2nd and 6. Bulldogs, and they've got an injured offensive lineman.
Yeah, hopefully just a cramping situation there, but an injury time on the field. We're going to take it with them. Be back with more. ICC leads at 27-20 here in the third quarter over Holmes.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to action. Good to see Jack Chavis able to walk off on his own power there for the Bulldogs. Resetting out of the timeout. Inside 12 minutes to play here in the third quarter. ICC leads it 27-20. It's going to be a second down and 6 situation here for the Bulldogs. Jim made an interesting point. Do not see Jesse Wilson on the sideline, the other quarterback we've seen tonight. as the Indians in the backfield, nearly back there with the handoff, and what a play. Who was that? Number 56 for ICC, DJ Rudd, nearly intercepting the handoff, getting in the backfield, making the play. How about DJ, the freshman out of Tupelo, coming up with a big play there, stopping the backfield.
Good job of DJ. And DJ came to campus as offensive lineman.
Yeah.
They've moved him to the defensive line. He's done a great job tonight.
DJ listed as you said, an offensive lineman. Unless he's changed numbers, he's 5'11", 301. So third down and long here for the Bulldogs. Let's call it third down and 7. Possession down here for Holmes. Trying to set up a pass play. Pressure coming. Oh, he was tattooed as he lets go. And the ball floats out of bounds. And the Indians bringing pressure. Delayed blitz that time. Tay Carruthers got every bit of his money's worth on that one there. And really teed off on Reggie Hayes. And Jim, good stop by the defense.
Good stop by the defense. That made them punt here, Adam. They're punting from the 47-yard line of Holmes. Good job, our defense, stopping them.
Looks like this is going to be number 82, Easton Curry, back to punt this one away, this Little Caesars punt. Want to remind you, the quickest pizza in Fulton just got quicker thanks to the new Little Caesars app. And
it's a flag.
Flag down in this situation here. Don't know if it was delay of game or maybe a timeout taken. So ICC is going to take a timeout. So either way it goes, let's keep it here and talk about that. The quickest pizza in Fulton just got quicker thanks to the new Little Caesars app. ICC students can download that app. You can punch in your proper information. You can order your pizza, pay for it from your phone, and then just walk in, punch in your code or the QR code. You can scan it and pick up your pizza. So, Jim, you know me, I'm kind of an isolationist. The less contact I have with people, the better off I am in life. And that's how I get my pizzas, thanks to Jim Ellis and all the fine folks there at the Little Caesars in Fulton being a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics this evening. So Holmes will trot back on the field to attempt this Little Caesars punt. ICC did have to burn the timeout there. May have not had the proper people on the field. So a fourth down and 7 situation here. The Bulldogs lining up to punt. Snap back's a good one. Pressure coming from the Indians. And now the ball is going to be kicked to the side, kind of shanked the punt, and it's going to take an Indian roll. Actually, it's just going to take a neutral roll as it rolls sideways. And ICC will now have it first down and 10. The ball near the 15. Let's see where they're going to spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 16-yard line is where the Indians will have it first and 10.
Adam, good job our defense. We struck first here in the third quarter. 10-20 left in the third quarter. ICC 27, Holmes 20.
And Jim, when you play a team that runs that triple option, if you can get a touchdown or two, well, obviously more than a touchdown, but if you can get 14 to 21 points ahead of them, make them play out of their regular game plan, that really plays in your favor. So the big drive here for the Indians.
Know that, and like we mentioned, I see one guy on crutches down here in street clothes, and they've lost 2 big offensive players. Holmes said that's part of the game. Injuries are part of the game.
Mills tosses out the bubble screen. ICC with a big lane here, trying to get down the sideline. That's Jamel Thomas, and Thomas is going to get across the 40 and be shoved out of bounds and then tackled on the track. Wow. Another 15-yard penalty going to be added here to the Bulldogs, and we've seen a lot of those tonight whistled against Holmes.
Adam, that should be 30 yards.
Yeah.
They should have thrown several flags on that. He hit him way over there out of bounds.
Yeah, you're going to see at the end of this play right here, what a great run and catch, and yeah, had a chance to slow up on the play, got him on the track, and then just tossed him to the track. So that's going to add another 15 yards to it, and you're starting to see Holmes maybe kind of coming undone at the seams here.
Need to take advantage of this, Adam. First and 10. Indians, I believe the ball.
They're going to spot it at the 43.
Correct. 43 of Holmes. Indians up 27-20, moving. 10-12 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Indians going 5 wide here. We don't see them go 5 wide too often, but they've been able to sling the ball around the yard pretty well tonight. Has Clark Mills. First and 10. Mills, plenty of time to throw. Loads up, has a man, actually 2 guys streaking down the sideline. And I don't know if ICC that time, if Cedric Bradford didn't break that one up from Austin Watkins.
That must be a blown pattern. Surely we don't have 2 guys running a fly pattern by each other.
Yeah, Watkins was there. He was underneath it. Then Cedric Bradford came over the top trying to catch it as well. And so now Mills will check out. Looks like this is going to be Quay Tucker coming in here, part of that Wild Apache attack. We saw it last time, 2 plays and a touchdown. So ICC going to go to it here. They took a shot on first down. Now to be second down and 10 for the Indians. Tucker going to follow the block of Wallington. Now tries to spin upfield, and Holmes ready for it that time. No gain on the play out of the Wild Apache. So Tucker gets back to the line of scrimmage, going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 situation. And imagine we'll see Clark Mills come back on the field. Yes, we do. The regular offense coming back out. Wadlington will stay in at your running back. 2 receivers on both sides of the football here for the Indians. 3rd down and 10. ICC leading it 27-20 over the Bulldogs here in the 3rd quarter. So Mills going to allow the defense to show their cards. Now we'll check down. Gets the snap. Looking to throw. Has a man. It's caught. And it's going to be about a yard shy of that 1st down over there, as it was Roderick McLeod who came up and made the catch, turned around and tried to make that step forward, but had stepped out of bounds. So it's going to be a 4th down and 1 situation. See what ICC elects to do here. Looks like they're going to come back out in that wild Apache set.
2 tight ends. 4th and 1. Ball's at their 34-yard line. We're going for it, Adam.
So Wadlington will come into the contest here and get this direct snap. 4th and 1, a big-time play here for the Bulldogs defense. Do the Indians have enough guys on the field here? They checked off 3 and sent in 2. So Wadlington going to survey it. Nice forward. Does he? No, he does not get it.
He didn't get it, Adam.
Jim, I think we only had 10 on the field that time.
Might have hurt us then because we missed a block, evidently.
So that's going to be another hold. The Indians have rolled the dice twice on 4th down, and the Bulldogs have come up with a stop there, and a tough play there for Wadlington. As I said, I don't know that we had a full 11 on the field, and if that was the case, a tough break there for ICC. Turnover on downs gives the ball back now to the Bulldogs.
Give the Bulldogs credit. Momentum was on our side. They take over the ball now at their own 34-yard line. ICC still up 27-20. 9:16 left in the 3rd period. We've got to play some good defense here.
The Indians had a good defensive stand this last play, as they have forced a turnover, turned it into a touchdown. And so now the Indians trying to come up one more time to see if they can get after the quarterback here. Indians showing pressure on the far side of the field. Quarterback keeper going to try to slip to the outside. Now pitches the option, and it's going to get to the outside, and he's going to be ran out of bounds, as they're going to go with Dylan Kelly in the backfield. And Kelly, as we said, quick as a hiccup, but there is a flag down on the far side of the field.
I believe that's going to be against Holmes.
Yeah, chop block against the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs, wow, really hurting themselves with penalties here in the second half.
Yarder.
Yeah.
Adam, instead of 1st and 10 at their own 45, they're going to be 1st and 25 at their own 20.
So that's going to back them up again here, put them in a 1st and long situation for the Bulldogs. And as we said, that's just not favorable when you run that triple option. That is, unless the referees don't call holding like we saw earlier on the night. So the ball now being marched back to the 19-yard
line. Wow. That's 1st and 26.
So a long way to go here. Yeah, the original marker is in between the 34 and 35-yard line, so the ball that's kind of spotted there.
Yeah, let's say the 20.
Yeah, so we'll
say
25. Yeah, 1st and 25 here for the Bulldogs. ICC's defense, boy, it could be a big time. They can come up with some stops here. See if they can keep field position in their favor. 1st and 20. Bulldogs dropping back to pass. Indians bringing pressure, trying to avoid it. Set up the screen, finds Kelly, but a great job. What a play that time. Was that Parker coming back to get the speedy? No, it was not. It was number 34. That was Jones coming back to make the play. Recognized that Parker was releasing, going out in the flats that time, and went out and got him. Very minimum pickup on the play. Great play by LaKendrick Jones.
Good job, LaKendrick Jones. You mentioned ran him down, Adam. He only got, I believe, 2 yards on the play. So 2nd down, well, he got 7 yards.
Yeah, got
2nd down and 18.
So the Indians trying to see if they can force them in, keep them in the 3rd down and long, 2nd and long. Call it 2nd down and 20, or 2nd down. I don't even know. That marker's funky. But there's another wide open pass, and that's going to be good for a 1st down. Well, that time the Indians just lost number 27, Shy Link, a 6-foot wide receiver out of Starkville. He just wide open there, got the ball out to the 45 and moves the chain. So a great job by the Bulldogs, being pinned back pretty deep there, able to move the chains in a matter of 2 plays.
Give them credit. They got there 25 yards, 2 plays. 1st and 10 Bulldogs are on 45-yard line. We're in the 3rd quarter, 7:40 left in the 3rd quarter. ICC 27, Holmes 20.
Jim, that was Jesse Wilson on those previous 2 pass plays, so Wilson is back in the contest.
Okay.
So 1st down and 10. Ball is at the 45-yard line for the Bulldogs. Wilson wants to keep here, trying to get to the outside, pitches late, and is going to run out of real estate. Jim, that's what the Indians have to do there. If you can't get to the quarterback, force him to move left to right versus north are moving up the field, use that sideline as an extra defender, and the Indians limited that to just a 2-yard gain.
Did a good job. Like you mentioned, Adam, a 2-yard gain. Second down, 2nd and 8 for Holmes at their own 47-yard line. 7:20 left in the third quarter. ICC up by 7.
27-20 is your score. I do apologize we don't give the clock update as much. We're having to stretch and try to look out a very small window to call the ball game tonight. Man in motion, looking to throw. Pocket collapsing. Now he's going to drop it off to the check down route, and he is going to be hit and knocked out of bounds that time. That was number 44. That is Keyshawn Parker coming up and laying the lick. A minimum gain of about 1 on the play.
Good job by the Indians. Good reaction. Nobody was open downfield. He checked off to his running back out of the backfield, and our linebacker knocked him out of bounds. You mentioned Adam only got 1 yard.
3rd down and 7 here for the Bulldogs. A possession down for Holmes. ICC's defense needs to find a way to get off the field here. 27-20 is your score. We're in the third quarter. ICC and Holmes. This game right here can go a long way for one of these teams trying to make the playoffs this season. The Indians trying to get the stop here on 3rd and 7. Bulldogs with it. Dropping out to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Over the middle. The pass is in and out of the hands of the receiver. Nearly picked off that time by the Indians. Intended for Dylan Kelly. Just zipped it a little too hard, did Wilson. Pass falls incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th down and long. And, yep, I'm going to say it looked like they're a little hesitant to send the kicking team out. But now they will, and this will be number 82 for the Bulldogs. Easton Curry on to attempt this Little Caesars punt.
Good job by the Indians getting off the field, Adam. Should get pretty good field position, hopefully, from this punt.
I like Dean's idea. He says place a mirror at an angle from the camera. That way you might be able to see the clock. So this punt being skied high that time. And it's going to be a fair catch called. Actually, no, excuse me. I read the rest of that. He says reverse the score.
Reverse the score.
What is he saying here? Let's see. Might require 2 to reverse back to see. That's what he's saying. Saying get 2 mirrors. That way you can see it right. That's not a bad idea. That's what Dean brings to the table.
The engineering part of Dean. I like it.
Dean Birchfield. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Also, my buddy Brad Logan. He is a devout watcher here on Let's Go ICC TV.
We appreciate that.
He tunes in every week, and as he says, he gets his money's worth, even though we don't have to pay to watch. But it's been an exciting season. Brad, another one of those Calhoun County guys doing great things in the world. So now ICC with the football. 2 running backs in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to the second man through. The Bulldogs stack him up, but a minimum pickup on the play that time. As that was Deshaun Dinkins on the carry. Looks like a pickup of 3 on the play.
6 minutes left in the third period. ICC 27, Holmes 20. As Adam mentioned, we got the ball at our own, let's call it the 14-yard line. 2nd down, 2nd and 6.
So the Indians, patient on the offensive side of the ball. Clark Mills having one of his better games this season. Threw a interception to start the game, but has settled down and played well since. Mills is your quarterback. 2 receivers. Or excuse me, no, it's actually handoff to Dinkins. Dinkins was hit in the backfield, dives forward, able to get the ball forward for a positive gain on the play out to about the 15-yard line. What should have been a loss of 3 on the play, Dinkins able to kind of weave his way through and pick up a gain of 1.
3rd down, 3rd and 5. Big play here, Adam. We're pinned back at our 15-yard line. Holmes trying to force us to punt where they would get, we would think, good field position. Need to get a first down here. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third period. ICC 27, Holmes 20.
So Mills is going to check at the line of scrimmage after seeing what the Bulldogs want to show here. Holmes makes some adjustments now, readjusting to their original set defensively. Mills throws downfield.
Great
Got
catch.
his man, and this is just going to be a foot race here. This is Jamel Thomas trying to get out, and just tripped up. What a play that time by Jamel Thomas. Clark Mills makes the play, and Thomas with the reception.
Great job by the Indians, and that's a 50-yard pass from Mills to Thomas from our 15-yard line to the 35 of Holmes. 1st and 10 Indians.
So 1st down and 10 now, as Jim mentioned. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey right there at South Adams Street in Fulton. Whether it be home, auto, or life, Joey can hook you up. So waiting for this play here, Mills looking to throw. Has a man out in the flats. It's complete. That's McLeod, and McLeod gets it across the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Gain of 6, Adam. Good play on 1st down. 2nd down, 2nd and 4. Indians moving the ball. 4:20 clock running in the third period. ICC up 27-20, trying to get a little bit more.
So a big pickup there As ICC, as Jim said, 27-20, ICC with the lead. How much time left in the third quarter?
4:10.
4:10. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 4 situation here for the Indians. Mills still your quarterback. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Mills going to drop back to pass. Sees pressure. Now steps up, throws over the middle, jump ball. And wow, a lot of contact and no flag call. I'm going to say good no call on that by the officials, as it was a jump ball thrown up that time intended for number 15, Kavarius Brown. Just couldn't come up with it that time, and just a little thrown a little too tall.
It wasn't. He was double coverage. Good play. Nobody could catch the ball. Live another play. 3rd down, 3rd and 4 Indians.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. ICC with it, trying to build on this 27-20 lead here. They're going to send in a tight end in this situation. That's going to be Trey Towns coming in. Deshaun Dinkins, your running back. Mills, your quarterback. 1 receiver near side, 2 on the far side of the field. Mills, quick route, just a little short arm throw that time. Going to bring up a 4th down and long, as that pass was intended to Austin Watkins. It looked like ICC is going to send on the punting unit here.
The ball's at the 29, and we are going to try to pin them deep.
Yep. Did it last time. We were able to punt it, and it was down inside the 1. So we'll see what the Indians elect to do here. They have faked it a couple of times this year. Instead, they are going to punt it away. This punt is going to be high in the air, and it's going to roll, 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 and again down at the 1-yard line. Great job that time by Hayden Franklin. The 2nd time he's had a punt down inside the 1
Let's
tonight.
give Hayden some credit. Let's give him some credit. We talk about he is consistent.
Yep.
Kicking the ball high, and he's done a great job tonight, pinning now them twice at the 1-yard line. Great job. The unfortunate thing, the last time we pinned them at the 1-yard line, they went 99 yards on a run that might have been aided by a holding penalty. But anyway, we need to hold them this time for 1.
Well, that's the difference between Mr. Jim and Adam. Jim, politically correct, saying might have been aided by a holding penalty. Gore's going to say, sure as heck, aided by a holding penalty. But either way it goes, 1st down and 10 from the 1-yard line here for the Bulldogs. ICC showing pressure in the backfield. Quarterback keeper this time, able to weave his way forward. Tell you what, the Indians got in the backfield in a hurry there. If he would have not made that quick decision just to tuck it and dive forward, could have been a safety situation. So the Bulldogs dodge a major bullet there, and they move it forward for a gain of 4.
2nd down, 2nd and 6, 3:20 clock running, 3rd quarter. ICC 27, Holmes 20. Holmes is at their own 5-yard line. As Adam mentioned, we got them pinned deep. Need to keep them there, Adam.
We'll try to bring you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates here in the next few moments of the game to update you with some scores around the league. 10 seconds on the play clock. Holmes at the line of scrimmage. And this time the give is going to be to the running back in the backfield. Breaks off a tackle, has a whole lot of room running on the far side of the field. Is going to have the 1st down and then some. And once again, that was number 18. We've called his name a lot tonight. Cortez Davis coming up with a clutch tackle in a big-time situation.
Good job by the offensive line of Holmes. They got the 1st down. They moved the ball out to their own 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Holmes. Clock running, 2:50, 3rd period. ICC 27, Holmes 20.
Gulf Coast leading Southwest 28-7. That's in the 3rd quarter. Delta leading Northeast 20-3 at homecoming in Boonville. That's in the 3rd quarter. Colin leading East Central 28-17. 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time. He's going to pitch it out wide. That's to the speedy number 11. Then the ball comes free. It's still loose. Can the Indians get it? If the Indians get it, this is going to be big here, as that was Dylan Kelly on the carry. Just lost the football on his own that time. Scramble for it underneath, and the referee's trying to get amongst the pile. ICC says they have it. And the Indians do! ICC recovers the fumble. That was number 24, Atarius Moore, on the fumble recovery, and ICC forces the 2nd turnover of the 2nd half.
Great job by the defense. Looked like they had a 1st down. We stripped the ball. Moore fell on it. 1st and 10 Indians at the 34-yard line of Holmes. We got a 7-point lead. 2:20 left in the 3rd period. Try to make it a 14-point lead here, Adam.
East Mississippi leading Northwest 27-6. That's in the 4th quarter. The number 1 versus the number 2 teams in the country. Colin 28-17. At East Central in the 3rd quarter as well. So that is your Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates. ICC leading 27-20 here, trying to find a way to build on this lead. Wild Apache formation, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Tucker's going to give it off to Austin Watkins, who's going to be hit and dropped for a big-time loss there. Nice play in the backfield that time by Grayson Carr, and that's going to be a big loss of about 8, maybe 9. Let's call it an 8 on the play.
Good play for Holmes. Little reverse to Austin Watkins. Didn't work. Loss of 8. Second down, 2nd and 18 Indians. Great field position with the 43-yard line of Holmes. We mentioned a minute 50 left in the third period. ICC 27, Holmes 20.
So Clark Mills comes back in now at quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Hiram Waddington is your running back. Mills, that's where he goes. Out to the flats to Waddington. Waddington cuts back across the middle. Breaks off one tackle. Now goes across the 40 and is tackled forward. And a nice job that time by Hiram to get forward. Looked like that was going to be tackled for a loss. The big guy out of Oxford able to stumble forward for a positive pickup of about 5 on the play.
Third down, 3rd and 13 for the Indians. Possession down here, Adam.
We'll try to also bring you some updates of the MLB playoffs, maybe even a little NCAA football. My Pistons aren't playing tonight, so I won't update you on them losing. And there's going to be a flag down. Holmes does a lot of movement across that defensive front, and that time ICC flinched. So take away that penalty, take away that gain, and now it's going to be a 3rd down and 18 situation. Dodgers leading the Braves 4-0. That's in the bottom of the 3rd, and Milwaukee wins it 3-2 in 10 innings.
Over the Rockies. So Milwaukee gets the win there in the first game of that series. So 3rd down and almost to Kosciuszko here for the Indians. 3rd down and 18. Mills, your quarterback. Drops back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Now pressure coming from behind, and Mills is going to be taken down for a loss. Well, call that a coverage sack, Jim, as Mills had plenty of time to throw. Could not find anybody open that time. And the sack is going to knock him back for a big loss here. And here comes Hayden Franklin. Hayden Franklin, his last 2 punts have been down inside the 1-yard line. So we'll see if the young man from South Pontotoc can do it again. 4th and 22. Kick is on its way, and he was hit. Kicker. I think it's
and
rough.
Franklin is down. There will be a return here as he's going to try to get to the outside, and he's going to be hit and dropped, but Hayden Franklin is down in a heap. So hopefully Hayden is okay as the flag is down, and Coach Sean Cannon, the first one onto the field to check onto his kicker here. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this. ICC leads at 27-20 over Holmes.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal? That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers. Layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. ICC leading 27-20. Jim, good sign to see Hayden Franklin walk off on his own power. That was a nasty hit. And nothing malicious or purposeful, I should say. Just trying to block the kick, and just unfortunate for Franklin. He got rolled up that time. ICC hands off to Deshaun Dinkins, and Dinkins is stacked up at the line. Actually going to get him a gain of 1, and that's how we'll end the third quarter of play. ICC cashes in on 1 turnover, trying to cash in on another here. They lead at 27-20 as we head to the fourth quarter of play. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set to start the fourth quarter of play. This has been an instant classic already. Just two juggernauts slugging it out here. ICC leading at 27-20 here in the fourth quarter. Handoff is going to be to the second man through this time. He's going to get inside the 25-yard line. Good carry that time by Deshaun Dinkins. Jim, real quick, your thoughts on this third quarter heading into the fourth?
Adam, we got that good drive in the third quarter. Need to take advantage of this turnover here. Plus, they roughed our kicker third down, 3rd and 2. We've taken advantage of the turnovers. Need to do it again. Get a 2-touchdown lead. Put a lot of pressure on Holmes.
You hear the Holmes band just fired up below us here. Hopefully you can still hear us over top of that. 3rd down and 2 is the situation. Mills is your quarterback. Both running backs in the backfield here. Hiram Waddington along with Deshaun Dinkins. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side of the field here for ICC. Play action. Passes out. Just too high that time. Looking to go to Jamel Thomas. Good play call. Just couldn't quite find the angle on it. Jim, ICC's rolled the dice twice on 4th down tonight. Has come up empty on both. Do they elect to go for it here or maybe try a long field goal?
Now, this would be a 40-yard field goal. We're at the 23. I think we're going for it again.
Looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to send in Trey Towns from the sideline. Also going to bring in an extra tight end in this situation. So a 2 tight end set here with Towns and Carson Hancock coming into the contest. So ICC's going to have to hurry up and get the play here as the play clock down to 10 seconds. Mills at the line of scrimmage now. ICC with 2 receivers on the far side. None here on the bottom of your screen. And it's going to be a give to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to go forward. I don't think he got it again.
He didn't get it at him.
They
not. Held him.
So the Indians just cannot get that surge they're looking for on 4th down, and the Bulldogs hold yet again. So let's give credit where credit's due. The Indians have rolled the dice 3 times tonight on 4th down, and that Bulldogs defense would not have anything to do with it.
Good job by Holmes. Get them credit. They're staying in the ball game. We're still up 27-20. Fourth quarter just started. 14-12 left into the ball game. 1st and 10 Holmes. They got the ball at their own, let's call it the 23-yard line.
So the Indians defense needs to find a way to hold here. And boy, the Indians have had some opportunities to build on this lead throughout the second half, but credit that Holmes defense not giving anything easy to ICC. So 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be keeper by the quarterback. Fake the pitch and now gets to the outside. Gets the corner sealed across the 40. Down to about the 45-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Great job that time by number 9, Jesse Wilson. He faked the pitch, kept it, got upfield, and moved the chains.
Good blocking interior lineman. You mentioned Wilson got outside. Got positive yardage at him. 1st and 10 Holmes at their own 45-yard line.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. As Jim mentioned, the ball is at the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 here.
Clock running, 13:50 left in the ball game. 1st and 10 Holmes from their own 45-yard line. 27-20 Indians.
Did the ball come free again? But I think Holmes was able to fall on top of it. They're going to dig this one out.
No, we got it. I think we got it. We got it, Adam.
So a 3rd turnover, and that's going to be recovered by number 23, Nick Smith. So the 3rd turnover of the second half for the Bulldogs, and ICC set up with good field position yet again.
How many times can Holmes hold us after these turnovers? I hope they've run out of possibilities here. We need to take advantage of this turnover. Go down the field, short field, 47-yard line of Holmes. 1st and 10 Indians, 13:37 left in the ball game. ICC 27, Holmes 20.
So the Indians will come out from the sidelines. Clark Mills is your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Looks like that's Hiram Wadlington in the backfield with Mills. Mills gets the snap, play action, pressure coming. It's going to be Austin Watkins who gets the pass, trying to slip off the screen. He's going to be drugged forward and out to about the 38-yard line, so a solid pickup there on first down.
Great pickup, 9-yard pickup. Got a lot of possibilities here. 2nd and 1, clock running. Indians up by 7, 13-10 left into the ball game.
So the Indians would love to put points on the board here, but also would like to have a pretty long, sustaining drive. But, Jim, you look back at it, really none of the touchdown drives tonight have been long, put-together drives.
No doubt about it.
So second down and a short 2, long 3 here, or excuse me, long 2, short 3. The give is going to be in the backfield. That's Waddington, sidesteps a man and gets the first down and out to about the 35-yard line. Good run that time by the Oxford native.
Good job. Down to the 35-yard line of Holmes. 1st and 10 Indians. They're up 27-20. Fourth quarter, 12:50 clock running.
So 1st down and 10. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Indians trying to tack on another touchdown here. They lead it 27-20. Mills, your quarterback. Pass out is complete. It is knee touch to ground. The ball came free, but I think ICC, wow, dodged a major bullet there. Watkins lost the football, but right there at the right spot at the right time was Cedric Bradford to recover the fumble. And it looks like we may have a player down here for the Bulldogs.
I believe it's a timeout here, Adam. We've got another first down, I believe, down to the 24-yard line of Holmes. Officials timeout for injury.
We'll take the timeout with them and be back with more. ICC leads at 27-20. You're watching ICC football here on Let'sGoICCTV.com and listening on ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back. Good to see that young man from Holmes able to move off on his own power, as that was number 25. We don't have the proper schedule or roster.
I believe it's 23, Adam.
Okay, 23, Caleb Wilson. I was going to say that was the kicker.
Right.
But 23, thank you, Jim, as I was blocked from my point of view. So either way it's going to be a first down and 10 here for the Indians. 2 running backs in the backfield. Play action. Mills steps up to throw. Has a man just too tall as that one goes out of bounds. Pass falls incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Look, that sailed on Clark that time.
Yeah, you saw a lot of the Indians running backs coming over to the sideline. Also, Austin Watkins coming over and trying to find some towels to dry their hands off. We're in the 4th of October. Temperatures north of 80 when we kicked off tonight. So that humidity still rough and that heat still pretty stinging tonight here in Goodman.
Maybe at Christmas time it'll get below 70.
I tell you what, when I went up north, we had temperatures in the 60s, got down to the 40s. It was beautiful. So the Indians changes the play at the line of scrimmage. 8 seconds on the play clock. Mills, your quarterback, steps up in the pocket, throws, and complete. Thomas stiff arms and is going to be down near the 5-yard line.
Great play, great pattern. We flooded the zone. He was wide open. 1st and goal, Indians at the 6-yard line. 12 minutes left in this ball game. Indians up by 7, wanting more.
Absolutely, the Indians can put this in the end zone, get a little bit of breathing room here with the Bulldogs. But this Bulldogs defense, they've been tough when they needed them the most. So 1st and goal
at the 7-yard line.
And the give, it's going to be a quick pass, and wow, a lot of collision there. I want to say good no call, though, by the referee as both the defender and offensive player went for the football. So the pass falls incomplete. So bring up a 2nd down and goal to go here. As you said, the ball at the 7-yard line for the Indians. ICC going to try to find a way to punch this one in the end zone. At least come away and make it a two-score contest.
Yeah, no interceptions. Let's get a touchdown. If you don't get it if you don't get a touchdown, get the field goal. Like I said, get a 2-possession lead here in the 4th quarter.
2 receivers on the far side of the field. You've got Mills at quarterback. I believe that's Hiram Wadlington in at running back. He'll go in motion now. Trey Towns is your tight end. Mills wants to take it on his own, and the Bulldogs snuffed that one out there. Interesting play call.
Yeah, he got to the middle of the field. I like that. I think we're going to take a shot in the end zone here on 3rd and goal to 7. But he set it up, Adam. If we have an incomplete pass, makes it a lot easier for our field goal kicker.
And so the Indians will make some changes here, sending in some substitutions in the situation. Looks like ICC is going to go 3 receivers on the near side of the field, 1 on the far side. Mills, your quarterback. You got Hiram Waddington still in at running back. 3rd and goal from the 7. ICC checking at the line of scrimmage, switching sides now. Waddington going from the left to right of Mills. ICC would love to put it in the end zone here. Mills steps back, jump ball opportunity, and in and out of the hand. Just threw it behind the receiver that time. Jim, if he leads Cedric Bradford, that's an easy touchdown.
Right, and I think he tried to do a little back shoulder, and he just couldn't get around it in time. But, Adam, we're still in the middle of the field. Got a field goal here, let's see, roughly, what are we looking at? 25 yards?
Yeah, let's see where they,
24 yards.
24 yards is where this one's going to be spotted here. And this is a big moment of the game right now, Jim. If the Indians can go up 2 scores with roughly 11 minutes and some change to go here in the 4th quarter, this could be big. Snap back's a good one. The kick is up. The kick is on its way, and the kick
is good.
Is good. Big time there for the Indians. Gives them that 30-20 lead here. ICC gets the lead, and Jim, big drive there. Would have loved to come back with a touchdown, but you do get points either way.
Adam, it's big because it's a 2-possession ball game right now. 4th quarter, 10:57 left in the ball game. Good job by the offense. Took advantage of that turnover. Got to play good defense. Got a lot of time left in the ball game, but we're up 30-20 here in the 4th quarter.
Getting set for a First American National Bank kickoff here. And there have been a lot of those tonight, Jim, as Tommy Chamley and the crew loving all these kickoffs here tonight. Remind you to follow the flag with locations stretching all the way from Iuka to Tupelo. First American National Bank, a proud supporter of ICC athletics and proud supporter of your local community. That's First American National Bank. All right, so Caleb Comer, he's been busy tonight, and he's going to get set to step into this one here. ICC leading at 30-20 with how much time left, Jim?
We've got 10:57 left in the ball game.
So 10:57 to play here. Still a lot of time left in this contest. The Indians have forced 3 turnovers, only able to turn those into 10 points, and that right now has been the difference in the game.
And that's the only points we've got in the second half from either team.
So this kick is going to be deep at about the 15-yard line. Is where Holmes will have it. Gets to the outside, trying to cut the corner. Has the corner. Looking to get outside, and a big-time hit there on the sideline, as that was number 6 for the Indians, Quay Tucker, coming up and knocking him out of bounds, and a big-time hit there. Maybe that was Tay Carruthers instead, coming up and making the tackle there, but another big return by the Bulldogs.
And it's Roebuck again, the linebacker / wide receiver, evidently.
Yeah.
Got good speed, good football instincts. 1st and 10, Holmes at their own 43-yard line.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10, as Jim mentioned. These first downs being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line for the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs with the football. ICC's defense trying to get another stop here, see if they can get the ball back one more time for the Indians offense. And it's going to be quarterback keeper. The Indians eat that one up. Nicely done by ICC in the backfield, making the play defensively.
Got 1 yard, Adam. 2nd down, 2nd and 9, Holmes. We're in the 4th quarter. ICC 30, Holmes 20, 10:30 left in the ball game, clock running.
Well, those type of plays, Jim, are a good thing. Yes, it goes for a gain of 1, but it keeps that clock churning. And that's what the Indians want to do. They want to see this clock run as much as possible. 30-20, ICC leading Holmes here. This ball game can go a long way for the playoff hopes of both these teams with a win tonight. 2nd and 9. Quarterback's going to keep it one more time. This time he's going to pitch out. The Indians were ready for it, and a big-time hit there by ICC.
Good job by the defense. Held them to a minimal game, Adam. 3rd down, 3rd, and let's call it 7 for Holmes. Got the ball at their own 46-yard line.
B.J. Williams, the redshirt sophomore out of Aberdeen, coming up and upending the run that time. Minimum pickup, 3rd down and long now here for the Bulldogs. You saw that time the Indians very patient, read the play, stayed with the pitch, and then eventually came up and made the tackle for a minimum gain of about 2 on the play. So let's call it a 3rd down and 7 situation here for Holmes. A possession down here for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here on the near side. There is a running back in the backfield. Want to drop back to pass. Pressure coming from the Indians. Just zips it out there. And what a catch. And what a play. Wow. Good for the first down.
And a good spot.
And there's a flag down, though, late on the play. And this one might be going against the Indians here. Yes, it is. Roughing the passer. So a late hit there on Jesse Wilson. And Wilson just basically looked down, threw it downfield, and he didn't know the pass was completed until after the play was done. So we saw that a couple of times on the Bulldogs tonight. This time coming back and biting the Indians.
Ball was on the 46 of ICC. It's going down to the 31 of ICC. First down, Bulldogs.
So a big flip and field position here. So now ICC's defense has really got to come up and find a way to make a stop here. Bulldogs trying to make it at least a 3-point contest. Would love to score a touchdown. If Jim, you think this eking this late into the ball game will be 4-down territory here for the Bulldogs?
I think we're there already, Adam.
Quarterback's going to keep it after tucking it in the gut of the running back. Going to pitch it out this time. The Indians are there, but a nice pickup there of nearly 9 yards. We'll see where they spot the football. Yes, it's going to be a gain of 9 on the play. Actually, give it a gain of 10.
It might be a first down, Adam.
That could be a first down. I thought that one got strung out a little bit better than it did. So now the referees are going to say, yes, that's going to be another first down for the Bulldogs.
First down, Holmes. Ball's on ICC's 21-yard line. We're in the fourth quarter. 8:45 left in the ball game. ICC 30, Holmes 20, but Holmes is driving.
So the Bulldogs with it now at the 21-yard line, at the Indians 21, trailing this contest 30-20. Bulldogs trying to march their way down the field. Wilson, your quarterback. Taking a lot of time here. The play clock only down to 18 seconds. Wilson's going to pitch it. Gets it out wide to the speedster. Going to try to get the first down. He does, and it's going to be ran out of bounds. Boy, I'll tell you what, Jesse Wilson pitched that one halfway to the down on the option, as that was Dylan Kelly.
He can fly.
Yeah, you give Dylan Kelly the corner.
He can fly.
Really, I don't think Holmes has a track team. If not, that young man needs to look at his future in track. He is crazy fast.
We had the corner, and he just outran everybody.
Yeah. So another pickup of first downs. So the ball now is going to be at the 9-yard line. We're going to be a first-and-goal situation here for the Bulldogs.
Clock running, 8 minutes left in the ball game.
Bulldogs trail 30-20 here in the fourth quarter. ICC trying to hold tight here defensively. The Bulldogs trying to find pay dirt to make it at least a 3-point contest. Wilson, still your quarterback. And he's going to have to take a timeout as the play clock got down to 1 second. Good job by Wilson to recognize the play clock had gotten down that time. We're going to take a timeout. Bulldogs knocking on the door with a first down and goal to go from the 9. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters. Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading 30-20 here over the Bulldogs. First and goal to go. The ball is at the 9-yard line here for the Bulldogs. Trying to make it a one-possession game. ICC shows blitz. Throw over the middle is caught and touchdown. Great play call that time by the Bulldogs, as they just threw that one. ICC bringing a blitz up the middle. It was picked up nicely by the Bulldogs and a touchdown on a 9-yard touchdown pass for Holmes.
Wilson, and that was to number 16, I believe, Adam.
Yes, it was Gabe Short who made the diving catch in the end zone. Just zipped that one across quickly. And a big-time play there. So now awaiting the PAT here. Both teams have missed a kick. Snap is coming. The Indians nearly got back there and blocked it, but the kick is good. So, Jim, whole new ball game now. 30-27 is your score. We're going to take another timeout. Hear a few words from our sponsors and come back with the First American National Bank kickoff. ICC with a 30-27 lead. Don't go anywhere, folks. Back with more right after this.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi.
Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Your score, 30-27. The ICC with the lead after that touchdown from the Bulldogs. There's 7:41 left to play here in the fourth quarter, so this one far from over. A First American National Bank kickoff getting set here for the Bulldogs. ICC needs a good return here. The Bulldogs going to send this one deep, and it's going to be taken at the 6-yard line. That's number 17. Oliver now cuts up in the middle of the field. Slips off a tackle, breaks to the outside, going back across the middle and out to the 35-yard line. Well, I tell you what, Jim, he was just a cut back away from that being an even bigger return, but a nice return by number 17, Slavante Oliver, a freshman DB out of North Panola High School, and he has been electric in that return game this year.
He's got some speed, played very well returning the kicks for us. All right, Adam, 30-27, ICC up. Fourth quarter, 7:32 left in the ball game. Indians got the ball thrown 35. We need to use some clock and get some points.
Indians coming out in that wild Apache set, so that's going to be Quay Tucker at the quarterback position. Dinkins in the backfield with him. Tucker is going to get it, going to try to get the corner, gets to the outside, gets a block, and it's going to be hit and dropped just shy of the 40-yard line. Solid pickup there on first down to pick up a 4.
Good job by Tucker. Coming out of the game now. Clark Mills back in the game. Second down, we'll call it 6 for the Indians at their own 39-yard line. Clock running, 7:10 left in the ball game. 30-27 ICC with a 3-point lead.
Two receivers on both sides of the football. Mills is in at quarterback. You've got Dinkins in at running back. Bulldogs showing pressure off the corner. We'll see if they'll check out of it now that Indians have made a check at the line of scrimmage. Mills awaiting the snap with 5 seconds. Quick route, and he's going to be short-armed that time as Mills just didn't put enough in that one, Jim.
No, he didn't. He felt some pressure. Blitz from the outside linebacker. He rushed to throw. Incomplete. Third down, 3rd and 6 Indians.
Yeah, there's been some of those plays here in the second half that have come at some pivotal times where Mills just hasn't gotten the ball to the receivers, and it has haunted the Indians. So Mills, once again, is going to check at the line of scrimmage. Two receivers on both sides of the football. Dinkins is your running back, standing to the right of Clark Mills. Mills, pressure coming. Going to try to get away from it. Does. It looks like he's going to try to run this one. Does he have his first down? He does.
Got the first down.
And gets out of bounds. Good job by Clark Mills. You saw what he did there, Jim. He made that, put the ball up as if he's going to throw to freeze the linebacker enough to be able to get the angle to get the first down. And Clark Mills showing off decent speed that time for a quarterback to get the first down. And the ball is going to be marked at the 49-yard line. Great play by Clark Mills.
Clark Mills, good play. Got a little moxie to him. He makes plays happen.
A little gamer, if you will. He's one of those that he's going to give you a chance to win it. So first down and 10 here. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills, play action. Runs a little screen out to Dinkins. Dinkins got a lot of room to run down the sidelines if he can stay in bounds. Looking to pick up a block. Does so. Does he stay in bounds the whole way?
I think he scored. He did.
What a play by Deshaun Dinkins. Let's go back and watch that from the get-go.
51 yards, is that what you got?
Yeah, 51 yards, and the Bulldogs, I guess, assumed that he was going to go out of bounds. Did not, and Dinkins gets a great block downfield and then just gets into the end zone. That was Jamel Thomas that threw the block and sprung him that time, and wow, what an answer that time by the Indians. ICC now looking to try to go back up 10. Snapback's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Yeah, Dean Birchfield, you said that best. Great footwork on the part of Deshaun Dinkins.
Oh, man.
Let's take a look at that play one more time since we just came out of a break.
Walking the tightrope down the sideline.
And the Bulldogs just assumed that he was going to go out of bounds. He did not able to keep his balance and took that one to the house for a 51-yard touchdown reception from Mills. And then Jamel Thomas comes up right there, throws a great block. And the rest was Deshaun Dinkins just jogging into the end zone. 6:12 to play here. And ICC retakes a 10-point advantage, 37-27. Jim, that could be the point where Holmes just like, What do we got to do?
Well, you know, they've had 3 big turnovers that we've caused, but I do have a complaint about that touchdown drive.
Okay.
We did it too quickly.
I tell you what, if we could do that each time, I'll
We're
complain.
okay with it. You're right.
So waiting for this First American National Bank kick here from Caleb Comer, and I tell you what, he's probably going to need an ice bath. If he can ride one back to Fulton from Goodman, he has been a busy, busy fella tonight. This has just been one of those instant JUCO classics, ladies and gentlemen, where 2 heavyweights have just been slugging it out here, trying to earn a spot in or keep their hopes alive for the playoffs. A win tonight would go a long way for that for either team. We'll want to try to find some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates for you once again.
Adam, it's 37-27, 6:12 left in the ball game. Your ICC Indians are up by 10 against Holmes. We're in Goodman, Mississippi. Indians kicking off, short kick.
And a fair catch is called that time. He almost thought about running. If he would have ran that time, it actually would have been a delay of game, so a good job of just tucking that one in. You see that a lot now, Jim, just the fair catch calls on those popped-up kicks. And it's going to take it at the 26-yard line. Let's go through the league and look at some scores. Wow, Gulf Coast opening it up now over Southwest. They lead 56-7. That's in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, wow, I'm just shocked by this, ladies and gentlemen. Mississippi Delta leading Northeast 34-11. That's in Boonville on homecoming. It's Colin leading East Central 42-17. And then East Mississippi all over Northwest 34-6. And then Jones defeats Pearl River 48-7. That's a final. Handoff to the first man through, and the Indians are there. A nice stop by that Indian defensive front. Minimum gain on the play. As I see, that's Parker coming up on the tackle for the Indians.
Good job. Stopped the fullback. Got maybe 1 yard at him. Second down, 2nd and 9. Bulldogs, 5:50 clock running. 37-27. Indians up by 10. Big series here. We can make them punt. They might not punt. They might go for it on 4th down. They're running out of time. They're down by 10.
That was also Lincoln, Kevon Lincoln, on the tackle as well for the Indians. So 2nd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. Going to pitch it back now to the long running backs. This is the first time we've seen that kind of pitch out play, as that was a carry by Terry Bryant, and got a couple of players slow to get up on the side of the field.
There's a flag
down
there.
Well away from the play. No gain on the play is bring up, but we'll see what the flag is here. Well, it was not even anywhere near the vicinity of the play, as the flag is laying right about the 35-yard line, make it the 34. The referee's taking a lot of time to talk this one over here. And it's going to be a chop block.
The third one, and this 15 yards, Adam.
Hold on. He said chop block on the defense.
What? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, blocking below the waist, and you heard the referee turn on his headset as soon as he said, "My bad, my bad." So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get that call on the defense, but Jim, we've seen it, and you go back to it. The Bulldogs are going to look back at this game film. There's going to be a lot of pivotal plays tonight where they have made some mental mistakes and penalties that really have cost them at some critical times in the game.
There are 3 turnovers that cost them that we've caused, and a lot of penalties on them.
Jim, how much time is left?
We have 5:15 clock running. Indians up 37-27. Holmes has got 2nd down and a mile.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd down even longer now. Now they break the huddle with 12 players on the field. So the Bulldogs starting to come apart at the seams right now. Illegal substitution, so that's going to back them up again.
6.
So now the ball's going to be
9.
Yeah, it's a 9-yard line.
It's 2nd and 35. I'm not exaggerating. It's 2nd and 35.
Yeah, 2nd and to Madison here in Goodman. The Bulldogs coming back to the line of scrimmage. So if you're ICC right now, you got to know one thing, and one thing, that's where Dylan Kelly is, wearing number 11. The kid is quicker than Walt Flanagan's dog, as he's going to line up on the inside wide receiver here on the near side of the field. Right there on the dashes, now in motion. Going to go to the opposite side of the field. Bulldogs putting a lot of guys in motion right now. 2 seconds, 1 second. And, just got the play off. And nearly intercepted. The ICC, as that was number 17, Oliver, who, if he would have intercepted that one, Jim, could have walked it to the end zone. So a break there for the Bulldogs.
It's third down, Adam. 3rd and 35. What do you got if you're offensive coordinator, what do you call here?
He's just send number 11 on a fly route and
just throw it up.
And tell Wilson to throw it as far as you can and hope that Dylan Kelly runs underneath it, or maybe just pick up a pass interference call to see if you can get the first down that way. But yeah, not a whole lot of plays in your repertoire when it comes to 3rd, and the Bulldogs might have to burn a timeout.
They're going to call a timeout.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, and now they're going to burn the timeout to avoid the delay of game. Timeout on the field. ICC leading at 37-27. We're going to take the break and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action. You just heard Mr. Jim mention it there. 4:40 left in the game. ICC leading 37-27 here over Holmes. It's going to be a 3rd down and 35 situation here for the Bulldogs. Man in motion. Dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Steps up. Heaves one downfield. Jump ball. And it is caught. Yes, it is. The Bulldogs haul that one in. What a play there. Triple coverage by the Indians. And that was number 5. Or what number is that? That's not number 5. Was it 6?
Number 6.
Sean Walton going up. And, Jim, that's what we said. Just drop back, throw it as far as you can, and hope somebody can run underneath it.
44-yard pass. You needed 35 yards. You got 44 on the pass.
So, big-time conversion there by the Bulldogs. We said don't go anywhere, folks. This one far from over. 1st and 10 now. Ball is going to be at the 49-yard line. Trying to set back. Now wants to heave it downfield one more time. Has a man again.
Great recovery by Indians.
Yes, great recovery indeed, as that was number 17. Oliver coming back, and his basically got back quick enough for the ball to hit him in the back of the head and break that one up.
A little bit underthrown. The receiver had him beat. Great recovery speed by Oliver. We send return kicks. Great job defensive back then.
Yeah, absolutely had him beat, as that was intended for number 17, Evans, a 6'2", 175-pound freshman wide receiver out of Pearl. He tapped his helmet and said, "Coach, I'm out of gas." So the Bulldogs with it now. 2nd down and 10. Wilson, your quarterback. No, excuse me. Actually, this is Hayes, your quarterback. He's tattooed as he lets it go. Deep ball, and it's going to fall incomplete, as he just held on to that one as long as he could. Reggie Hayes just chunked it downfield, and he was blistered as he let that one go. So the Indians bring in pressure there. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
They're going for it on 4th down, Adam. They're down by 10. 4:07 left in the ball game. Holmes got the ball at ICC's 46-yard line. Your score, ICC 37, Holmes 27. 4:07 left in the ball game.
Really, really surprised that Holmes is electing just to load up and throw a Hail Mary each time down the field.
They got time to run the ball.
They still have timeouts left, can run the ball if they want to, but now find themselves in a 3rd down and 10 situation. Reggie Hayes is your quarterback. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here at the bottom of your screen. Hayes is going to roll out to the far side. Zips it downfield, has a man, and it's caught. And that's going to be good for another 1st down there. And, Jim, that's what I was expecting to see maybe on those first 2 attempts. But, hey, what do we know? It moves the chains now for the Bulldogs.
To the 33-yard line. Another key here, Adam, they've had to burn 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
If they score here, that might come into play, and the clock's running. 4 minutes left in the ball game. ICC 37, Holmes 27. Holmes moving the ball at ICC's 32. They're taking their time out of the huddle.
I would say taking a lot of time here as they're sending the play in from the sideline. Play clock now down to 11 seconds. Make it 10. Bulldogs with it, 1st and 10. Reggie still your quarterback. Pressure coming from Parker. Parker steps up. Now Hayes going to have to scramble. He's running around, looking to throw. He's hit as he released. Ball is up the field and intercepted by the Indians. There is a flag down, so hold everything. A late flag came in on the play as the pass was intercepted by Oliver. Oliver ran the ball up the field 5 yards before the flag came down. So let's see if this is going to, it looks like it's going to go against the Indians here.
I don't know if it's clipping or if it's pass interference. If you're an Indian fan,
my only problem with that is, Jim,
they call pass interference.
They called pass interference on the Indians, but it was well after the ball was intercepted. He had to return the interception about 5 yards before the flag came in. So a late flag there keeps the drive alive here for the Bulldogs.
The ball would be marked all the way down, I believe, to the 16-yard line of ICC. It will be 1st and 10. Bulldogs are marking it at the 17. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Clock is running, 3:20 left in the ball game.
Yeah, if he throws that flag automatically or instantly, I have no problem with it. The fact that it was about a good 5 to 6 seconds after the play or after the interception, yeah, that's the issue. Handoff is going to be to the long man in the backfield. ICC gobbles him up and brings him to the field, as that was number 36 on the tackle. That was Jamal Shumpert, the freshman out of Itawamba AHS, coming up and making the play.
Who, by the way, is leading the team in tackles now.
Absolutely. He enrolled early at ICC, was an early graduate from Itawamba AHS, and has come in and played well for ICC this season. No gain on the play.
Clock running at him. 2:48 left in the ball game.
So the Bulldogs need to try to strike in a hurry here. The Indians did force the 4th turnover of the game, but instead that pass interference call brings it back. And there's a big-time play in the backfield. Big stop there for the Indians, as that was number 44, Keyshawn Parker
from
Calhoun City.
Great job for Keyshawn Parker. Clock running.
A loss of about 2, maybe 3 on the play that time for Keyshawn, coming up big time for the Indians.
3rd down, 3rd and 13. The ball's at ICC's 20. ICC's up by 10, 37-27. Holmes has got to score and needs to score quickly.
Yeah, the Bulldogs taking a lot of time here. Break the huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock. They fake the toss. Throw over the middle. He's got a man wide open. And he's going to try to weave his way into the end zone. And guess who that was? Number 11, Dylan Kelly. How you lose that kid, I don't know, but a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Who was that quarterback in then?
That was Hayes that time. That came in and threw that touchdown toss, and a big-time play there for the Bulldogs. And now makes things interesting here for Holmes as they'll step into this kick, as they'll trail it by 3 once again. Well, I tell you what, the Indians, we're going to have to start calling these guys the cardiac kids. They have not made anything easy on us this year. The kick is up. The kick is good.
37-34.
How much time left?
We've got 1:55. They've got to kick an onside kick. They've only got 1 timeout, Adam.
We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ICC clinging to a 37-34 lead here over the Bulldogs. There's 1:55 left to play. Bulldogs with only, 1 timeout left?
That's right, 1 timeout. So I don't believe you can, if you had 3, you could kick it deep. With 1 timeout, I believe we'll see an onside kick opportunity by Holmes.
And it looks like the Indians are going to send out their hands team. I see guys like Deshaun Dinkins, also Hiram Wallington, Jamel Thomas, Austin Watkins, Cedric Bradford, Tyrese Quinn, Kavaris Brown. Pretty much anybody as a defensive back or a wide receiver is on the field. So one of the most exciting plays in the game of football about to happen here. An onside kick attempt here for the Bulldogs. They trail it 37-34 with only 1 timeout left and just inside 2 minutes to play in the game. So awaiting this First American National Bank kick here from the Bulldogs. The kick, and it's going to be a high hop, and the Indians, do they get it?
Yes, sir.
They do. I was having to watch it on the screen that time, and the camera did not dip down to follow the ball, and that was number 16, Tyrese Quinn, that secured the football for the Indians.
All right, Adam, just run the football, make them use their one timeout, do not fumble, get away from here with a victory.
Absolutely. If the Indians can hold on here and escape Goodman with the win tonight, Jim, we talked about it. This is just one of those classic MAC, JC, just knockout, drag 'em type ball game tonight. So the Indians will break the huddle here. ICC is going to have to hurry. The lineman kind of jogging out there as the Indians in that wild Apache set. Hiram Wadlington alone in the backfield. Wadlington gets the high snap. He's going to follow his big guys up front. Now breaks to the outside across the 50 down to about the 49-yard line. Pickup of about 6 yards that time on first down for the Indians.
They're not using their timeout yet. Clock running, 1:40 left in the ball game. Second down, second and 4 Indians. First down will end the game, Adam. A first down will end the game for the Indians. Indians up 37-34, clock running.
Looks like they're going to stay in that wild Apache set here with Wadlington taking the direct snap. 20 seconds on the play clock, so ICC is going to try to run this thing down as far as they can. The Bulldogs, of course, going to try to strip the football here to see if they can find a way to force a turnover for the Indians. 5 seconds now on the play clock. Make it 3. Snap back with 2 seconds. Wadlington with the keeper, and is going to go forward. And Jim, you saw what he did there. As soon as he saw he had the near first down or was about to start getting contact, wrapped both arms around the football to secure it that time.
Adam, we're up 37-34, first and 10. Indians, clock running, 1:02 left in the ball game. Should we get in the victory formation here in a minute?
Well, I think with just one more timeout left, the Indians are going to elect to maybe just run one more play or see if Holmes elects to go ahead and burn their timeout. This is the first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Go by and see him for all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life. Joey proud to help you out there. It looks like the Indians are going to
call a timeout, I believe.
Take their timeout of their own as they let the clock run down to about 1 second. And Jim will keep it here. Boy, this has been everything we expected and then some. 37-34. How much time's left?
We have 34 seconds left.
So 34 seconds left in the game. Barring a miracle of biblical proportions, this one, it could be wrapped up in red and blue.
What a great ball game. You know, great perseverance by the Indians. And give Holmes credit.
Yes.
They came back and back and back. They had some turnovers, and they made some good defensive plays. But we found enough offensive plays. We made some defensive stops. A great victory on the road. When you win on the road in community college football, that's an accomplishment, and we did it tonight.
Absolutely. So ICC looks like they're going to send Clark Mills out this time with the Indians, and they'll have a pair of running backs in there and a couple of tight ends as well. Just going to go with their big boy package. Here it looks like they're just going to take a knee on this one. As you said, only 32 seconds left on the clock, and ICC will go into a coach's favorite call, a victory kneel here. Mills gets the snap, takes the knee, and do the Bulldogs take a timeout?
They took their last timeout.
Of course, the Bulldogs want to make them earn it here, so they do take the timeout. So that will stop the clock one more time here, so it'll be a second down and 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Actually should be about second down and 11. Actually, they're going to mark him a 2-yard loss on the play. Wow, that was a generous spot there. The referees did not mark it, so just assumed where the ball went. They're actually going to mark him back for a loss of 3. Well, if that's the case, you just take the snap, stand there for a minute, and wait for somebody to come up and take a knee. As Mills took the direct knee after taking the snap, and it's going to turn into a loss of 3. So now it's all said but done, unless the Bulldogs maybe just have extra timeout we don't know about, as that was their final timeout. So second and long here now for the Indians, as Mills will step underneath center, takes the snap and takes the knee, and that should do it. There is a flag down.
I think they're offside.
False starts on the Indians.
Oh, really?
So we just can't get this thing over with. One of the referees coming in calling the false start. And so back the Indians up 5 more yards. He actually says false start on the defense, but it is on the offense. So a 5-yard penalty here. And I guess the referee's getting paid by the hour. We're trying to push it into overtime.
29 seconds. 37-34. Indians up. As Adam mentioned, unless an unbelievable play happens, we're walking away from Goodwin with a win tonight.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a big one, so let's hold our breath here and see if we can finally get this snap off and a knee, and we do. Mills takes the knee, and that should do it. And ICC is going to win it by the final score of 37-34 here in Goodman. What an exciting football game. Mr. Jim, we'll go and move into our Renaissance Bank postgame report, but very quickly before we do that, your thoughts here on the ball game tonight.
Adam, perseverance. We played extremely well. Yes, we gave up 34 points. We made some key plays, caused some key turnovers. Offense made some great plays. Clark Mills was steady tonight. Jamel Thomas making plays and plays. Offensive line blocked well. We walk away here with a nice victory. Keeps us in the North race. Great win for the ICC Indians.
ICC improves to 4-2 overall, 3-1 in the North. Holmes falls to 3-3, 1-2 in the North as well. We'll take a break and come back with more of the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it 37-34 here in Goodman over the nationally ranked Bulldogs of Holmes.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it 37-34 over number 18 Holmes. And Jim, this was just instant classic in the MACJC tonight between two really good football teams.
No doubt about it, Adam. Two great football teams played well tonight. We found a way to win the game on the road. Great win, 37-34 here in Goodman. Good victory for the ICC Indians. Keeps us in the North race. Keeps a lot of momentum going for the Indians forward.
I know you got some of those Sonic scoring. Let's recap all that scoring as we take a look at some of the highlights from tonight's game.
Right, of course, it was tied 20-20 in half, third quarter. We had a 15-yard run from Tucker. Made it 27-20 ICC. That was with 13-18 left in the third quarter. No more scoring in the third quarter. Fourth quarter with 10:57 left. Caleb Comer kicked a 24-yard field goal. We took a 30-20 lead then. Then in the fourth quarter still, Wilson hit short for a 9-yard pass for Holmes to cut the lead to 30-27. That's what 7:41 left in the ball game. We came back and scored. Mills hit Dinkins, a 51-yard pass, made it 37-27. ICC winning then, and then Hayes to Kelly made it 37-34, a 20-yard pass, and that's the way the game ended. 37-34, Indians win.
Now, Jim, of course, we have to think about our Sonic Star of the game, and there's been a lot of those options tonight. I tell you, it's going to be tough pickings on who to pick as our Sonic Star of the game tonight.
It's very tough. I'm waiting for your cue here on who to give it to.
I tell you what we'll do is we'll let Coach Sean Cannon make that decision when he comes up here in a moment to talk with us in the Renaissance Bank post-game report. Mr. Jim, I tell you what, I do like the toughness that the Indians exhibited tonight. They forced some turnovers, made some big plays for us throughout the second half, and we're seeing this football team slowly but surely grow up in front of our eyes.
We have. In the last 2 games, we've given up a lot of yardage. And we, made some plays where you scratch your head. We didn't make some great plays at times, but we persevered. We found a way to put that behind us, made some winning plays at the end, and when you look up at the scoreboard into the game, we find a way to win the ball game.
Yeah, you see the one touchdown coming up right there for the Bulldogs, clearly holding on the call there, but was not called by the referee, so that was kind of just a bonus point added to the mix there. We're now joined in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth here by Coach Sean Cannon, a victorious Coach Sean Cannon. And Coach, just an instant MACJC Classic tonight, 37-34 heavyweight bout.
Oh, brother, what can I say? I told the kids we gutted out a win. I knew it was going to be tough to come down here and play. They've got a really good football team. You give up basically 3 big plays in the first half, and that's really the only offense they got, and then just kept shooting ourselves in the foot, penalties, and couldn't get a 4th down, and just, but hey, come down to kicking that field goal right there, and we did, and we won by 3, and hey, they'll look back a long time ago, or as time goes on, all they'll see is a W in the win column.
Yep.
However how you can get them, you'll take them in this league for sure.
Coach, that was one thing you talked about in your keys to victory was the kicking game tonight, and shows you know what you're talking about a little bit. That come to be true. We did miss the PAT earlier in the contest, but a good job by Caleb, focused in a tight situation, able to drill that one through.
Man, I'll tell you, he's been a weapon for us, and hope he continues to do that. And but give Holmes credit. They basically come out ran one formation all night, and you get that offense is tough to prepare for. Is just the end. You could be right and be wrong. But I thought our kids battled hard, and we made some plays when we needed to. I mean, the ball game should have been over down here on 3rd and whatever it was, and. But hey, we'll take victory nil all day long, and hey, we're at 4-2, and that's the most important thing for our football team right now.
Absolutely. Also 3-1 in North Division as well. Coach, Jim and I were trying to figure out, a Sonic Star of the game, and we both looked at each other and said, I don't know. There's a lot of guys that deserve it tonight. And I think one of them, and we don't usually give this out too much, and sometimes these kids don't give the credit, but you just saw it right there. How about 2 punts down inside the 1-yard line by Hayden Franklin?
Huge,
So we'll give him our Sonic Star of the game.
Hey, I'm good with that. I'll tell you what, he answered the bell. To pin them guys deep, and of course one of them turned into a 99-yard play. But I thought we got tackled over here on the sideline.
Well, yeah, you see it clear as day on the replay.
But they committed some too tonight that helped us in our favor, and we can't be hitting the quarterback late and putting ourselves in another bad position. But that's just kids trying to make a play and play hard, and but this is whatever week 6 now,
yep.
and we found a way. I told them at halftime, it's nothing. We got to go out and win this game with guts, and we did. Didn't make some plays we should have made, but we made the right ones when we needed them, and a big play right there by Dink, kind of sealing the game right there, to be honest with you, going up right there. So, but hats off to our kids, I'm proud of them, anytime you come on the road and, you have to play these guys, anybody on the road, and you get a win in this league, it's special. So hats off to our guys and our coaching staff. And, at the end of the day, we're 1-0 for the week, and that's really what matters the most.
Coach, now you got a long week ahead of you. Don't play again until Saturday, until we travel to Mississippi Delta. And Coach, I'm going to tell you this score, and 41-11, Delta over Northeast.
Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Maybe the score a little bit, but I wasn't surprised on the, who was going to win. But Delta's obviously, they've come out fighting. 1-2 in a row here. We got going down there. playing their homecoming. There's a lot of factors going against us right here, so we're going to have a good week of practice. And you are right, we do get a little bit of a break, fall break coming up, and so it kind of gives our kids a little bit of the weekend off and Sunday off, and kind of gets them off their routine a little bit. Probably bring them back late Monday afternoon there or Tuesday, and kind of start our weekly preparations, because the days really don't change as many times you practice. It just gives you a little bit more time off, and but going to be another tough ball game next week, but our kids will be looking forward to it because it's our it's our next one, and it's our next North Division game.
Coach, I don't know if it's just by coincidence, but Pat texts in every time you start talking. She says, "Great broadcast." So I think that's what that is there.
Yeah.
Sean, give you a chance to give a shout out to all those supporters back home listening on ESPN Radio as well as watching here on Let's Go ICC TV.
Yeah, had great fan support here tonight, and people that can't make the trip. It's tough sometimes, but being able to broadcast this game for families to watch it, be able to do that from the comfort of their home. My son was home tonight watching the broadcast as well, and hopefully my girls, they probably just want to know who won or not, know. But it's always a great venue to have your games broadcast the way they are and on the internet, and awesome deal for our kids, and just so proud of them. So proud of them the way they played, and not really the way they played, but just the way they kept fighting.
Yeah,
the way they kept fighting.
And just one more last comment here. Jim and I talked about it. We've enjoyed watching this team grow up. We've seen from week 2 to week now.
Yeah.
This team has really matured a lot over those weeks.
They have, and we still got to have guys that that need to start stepping up for us, and that's our job as coaches, but when you see a football team, you see guys start making plays for you, and it gets encouraging for you as a coach. At least you kind of see some guys starting to make sure they're that they're paying more attention to detail and things like that. But every team in this league has good players. That's one thing. Everybody has good players, and they're going to make plays, and we got to turn around and match their play as well. And that's what we did tonight. And luckily we made one more play than they did, and then in the end of it, that's what all counts anyway.
ICC wins it 37-34 here in Goodman over the Bulldogs, number 18 team in the country. ICC picks up the win. We're going to take one more timeout and come back with more of the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back one final time here from Goodman. ICC wins it 37-34 over the number 18 Holmes Bulldogs to improve to 4-2 overall, 3-1 in the North. Holmes falls to 3-3, 1-2 in the North. And Jim, we heard Coach Sean Cannon. Plenty of room for improvement, but as he said, at the end of the day, a W is a W.
It's a W. And like we said, Adam, sometimes during the game, we don't look that good. We really don't. And we miss some plays, but we find a way. We persevere. And at the end of the game, we got more points than them, and that's the major thing. We win the ball game.
Absolutely. Let's take one final look at scores throughout the league this evening. Gulf Coast defeats Southwest by the final score of 56-7. Delta over Northeast on homecoming in Boonville, 41-11. Mississippi Delta the winner. It was Coland defeating East Central 42-17. Your score here, of course, 37-34, ICC over Holmes. And East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country, leaving no doubt tonight, 34-6 over Northwest. In Jones County defeating Pearl River 48-7. That rounds out the scores here in the MACJC. Well, Jim, a long week for the Indians, so it does kind of throw them out of routine, as Coach Cannon said, but it gives you a lot of time to kind of think things over, heal some bumps and bruises, and give the guys a little bit more time to themselves over the weekend. Of course, with the fall break coming up, ICC will be back in action on Saturday at Mississippi Delta at 2:30, so, benefit. In the MACJC, there's a lot of bumps and bruises, so now kind of getting that little extended break.
Get a little break, but also get their attention. Delta goes to Northeast and beats them handily tonight.
Yeah.
So we know that when we go to Delta, they got some confidence, they got some momentum. We got to be ready next Saturday.
Absolutely. So you can catch that one here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. I don't believe it will be on at the 2:30 mark on ESPN 95.1 because of their pre-broadcast for college football on the weekend there. So you can catch it right here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the red channel, starting at 2 o'clock with the Davis Ford pregame show. That'll be a 2:30 First American National Bank opening kickoff. Mr. Jim is going to take off the weekend, that weekend, so we'll miss you next week, Mr. Jim, but I know you'll be cheering on the good guys from back home.
I will, and I look forward to joining you the next week, which will be I believe, homecoming.
Yes.
Against Southwest, which we're looking forward to that, and then we'll end with Northwest, which could be a big game, but we got to take care of business the next two games. And it's been a great year. You do a great job, Adam. I'm having fun just hanging on to your coattails, but we've had a good time, and we've got to keep it rolling. Had some good wins, got to keep it going.
Absolutely. Of course, speaking of homecoming, you guys doing us a lot of great work on that. First time in school history, homecoming will actually be on a Thursday night. That's in 2 weeks against Southwest. Well, that's going to do it here for tonight's broadcast. ICC picks up a 37-34 win over number 18 Holmes. I'm not going to call it an upset because we kind of knew the Indians had a chance to come in and get a big win tonight. So for Jim Ingram, Raphael Henry, Lee Adams, Dylan Helms, and Bronson Payne, I'm Adam Gore saying good night. Have a blessed evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.